struggling. That's Lou down as Khan gonna just go.
Nope, we didn't
PGS 9
go early enough.
performance for Gen G.
G is right in the dead center military base, but Bagel Pod
Right here.
kind of surrounding around the loot there, so they're going to be going for a lot of different...
for hunt for a car. That's got to be what Sung Jong's after.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And also just there isn't enough loot on the north part of that island for 4 players. They would probably feel like. So gonna look to get some of that loot from like the mini pier on the south part.
Well, we followed Left in on his landing, and the circle followed him as well. So Petrichor Road going to be very centered in the circle. Just to the west of them is going to be the Freaks. Up to the north of that, across the river, we're going to have, of course, VP.
Yeah.
Falcons down next to Pachinki. Navi very far down to the south.
Puppy pics, please, people.
We're going to have Burram around Yaznaya for Angry Men. So that's the way the circle is set right now. But of course, that does mean that Petrichor Road and Freaks are pretty close to each other, and it doesn't look like this has gotten too spicy yet.
Yeah, this is something that the Freaks have been pretty adamant about this event, the last couple events, I should say, is making sure that they control
Falcons, Alcadzia, and MRIA. So it means Liquid's going to have a day to kind of talk to try and get their stuff together.
There's a lot of vehicle spawn. Yeah, I mean, a good way to defend vehicles with the outer walls. This is a ridiculously strong compound, but salute, being patient pays off. And that's going to be AZ down and probably flushed in just a second. Yep,
that's easy money. And this
AZ money?
AZ money.
I'll give you that one. That one does please my pun-loving heart just a bit. But yeah, I mean, this is kind
just a bit. Nah. That's a great pun right there.
You know, coming back with a full squad after missing the finals of PGS 9, trying to kind of reacclimate to what the team
We appreciate the pun.
Of course, the Freaks with a very strong day yesterday have a little bit of room to kind of flex their muscle as well, compared to 9, where they were struggling.
Shando didn't go live at all, did he? Oh, he did.
Look for the follow-up there.
I mean, another fight for a very strong compound inside the circle, so that way you get a bit of territory control. And yeah,
he's been streaming for 7 hours.
We don't want to deal with that at a later stage. Khan gets control over this compound, and this is kind of what we see jockeying for position on 2 different compounds that are very close to each other, near center, and can give you a lot of very strong control in the territory around them.
Yeah, particularly if this circle ends up shifting south of the river, you're going to have a couple circles likely of some variation of control. And for Buriram in particular, one of those teams that played yesterday needs to get points today, and badly, only at 25, as we saw with PGS 9, the cutoff going to be moving up a little bit, so you need to have probably a 40-point day here minimum for Buriram to really feel like you've got getting into the grand finals here in the bag. It just kind of depends on how it all shakes out. Of course, Ferris, Navi,
DJ, what's going on?
That's all there is to it. They look good
already. Yeah. I mean, just don't utterly.
Did you watch the games this morning?
Up there is going to be, of course, the Freaks, Slam, and then VP. A lot of Europeans just popping off.
Yeah, man, they have been playing such good PUBG. This current meta really suits this sort of, play style where some of these teams like the
Alright.
they can play a bunch of different stuff. They're really smart with the util. They've adapted
Well,
very nicely with the way that they kind of
hopefully we're in for some good games then.
the C4s and all those things involved.
When was the last time you saw this?
It's okay, you may have overslept, but I'm here
Road skirmish. This is
to watch some good PUBG action.
Expendables in a nutshell, doesn't it?
It really kind of does. And I mean, Forrest also playing this a bit slow. They should be aware that somebody's going to be over there. You can see Olympus off in the distance. So has some idea that friends are going to be nearby. Expendables maybe bit off a bit more on that one, but Cloris should be fine and resable, I believe. So it's just a matter of how much commitment coming in. But Kiss is just defending this so well.
This is scary for everybody else in the lobby. If Kiss is heated up, Baron's just driving on through. He's getting shredded.
That is bold, but I mean, he's getting by. They're just trying to bully their way in. Very little fear. And now Scappy close enough goes for the nade.
Ah, it doesn't make it over. If that made it over the fence, that would have been a huge start. Well, I'm glad that you'll be up early tomorrow to watch plenty of it.
Tanvu's out there already, though, trying to make a bit of a counter move, but he's against the majority stack here of Kiss. Forrest.
Well, it is just Kiss. You're right. He's just wrecking people, man.
He is a one-man army.
Oh, Tanvu, the timing on jumping out the window instantly eats some nade damage.
Falcons in first after day 1, 100-point day.
Oh, he tries to run.
Dude, that would be insane.
Tanvu already down.
Yeah, that's a tough loss.
Anything over 42 points.
Feels it. Oh no.
Freaks already have plenty of points to start this day. Yes! We like to see that. Let's go, Alcadzia. Especially Roth. We love our boy Roth.
Kind of fair play, get one early, lose one early. Do be like that sometimes as you're just trying to get as close as you can towards the center of that circle. Set yourself up as much as possible. The air patrol going to be Rello this time for Alcadzia. He's going to see some vehicles driving around. Going to say, hey, those blues over in the Yaz fields are taken. That's actually our car. Now that I look at the map.
Well, I mean, whenever we look at around, Alcadzia's got a lot of control over that area, but it's going to be the Yasnaya Southern Fields.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I was looking through some of the stats for PGC coming up and everything.
So playing that Yasnaya, Rajak, Pachinki side where we got Potato Mountain still in play.
Yeah, this.
That are going to be coming in from JDG, VP, and Slam.
So right now, Twisted Mind, Freaks, and Falcons are all fully confirmed through already now into PG3 through the PGS points, which means they're not even in through their local qualifiers and stuff. For Team Liquid or Alcadzia to make it through and us to get more America's teams, they would have to get, I think, yeah, they'd have to get second place, no, fourth place or better in grand finals, with Forest getting eliminated in group stages. It's kind of dumb how it would work. The next option would be if Forest did make it through, then Team Liquid would have to get third and Forest would have to get 16th. Like, that's... And if that happened, then...
Look, sometimes things just don't work out the way you want it.
I'm the clingy one in this relationship. Oh no!
You're texting, be like, "Hey, what you doing tonight, babe?" And just like.
If I look back here.
Well, that's gonna be a bit of a problem to start. Lukaruk's gonna go down, probably flush, because you know Slam is not gonna let that one go.
I love it.
And I look at. Oh, where is it?
I'm not sure if he got clipped by some bullets and then got run over by the vehicle or what happened, but
no.
Just kind of an unfortunate situation.
I'm trying to find the team that would make it in.
Just a tough spot. Once that is donezo. So a nice pull up there by Slam G, and it is of course going to be Boostic claiming a kill for them. This is the big question: what is Circle 2 going to do? And still quite a bit of the river.
Okay, here we go.
As you can see, really the only teams that need are going to be Gen G, E-Arena, Mission Ready.
So it would be Bestia. If somehow Team Liquid or Alcadzia can get third or better without Forest making it through. If Forest makes it through, they'd have to get, like, first place, probably. One of the three teams would have to get first place. Either MRIA, Alcadzia, or Team Liquid. You hate school as a defending spot, but it's still a strong spot. Like, the amount of places that you can shoot and get damage out, you just have to be careful of towards apartments. Just so long like apartments isn't a problem, then you can do whatever you want, kind of thing. But yeah, so technically, Bestia could still make it to PGC, depending on how everything goes.
nobody else is playing in the Badlands right now because you have to assume, as we are in phase number 2, we're
Yeah,
looking a bit south.
I can see where it's hard to get out of late game.
That's where when you look at the map, that's the way it feels. But who knows? Could go anywhere. I mean,
But like at the same time, if it ends up ending on school,
get called back in.
Called back in. Yep.
Nice, let's go.
might be that could be a fun ending. Honestly, it's hard to
Low land back in there. He should.
at the super late game. It's hard to defend from all sides as well. Usually, people will like make it to like pool house or something, so then you're sharing space with them too.
They're tagging a little. Navi's helping. Somebody that's got a yellow marker is helping.
We got JDG, and now, I mean, if 5 people start shooting, it'll be enough to make it scary. But he lands.
But yeah.
Gen G action.
Wouldn't it be a crazy world if we saw Bestia still make it to PGC?
There we go. Gen G there. So much control on that southwestern side. This has kind of been their MO in the early parts of the game. A lot of the Korean teams do play this way, to be fair. Even the Freaks will do this, where it's early sort of spreading out, trying to just, spread as far as you can, and then try to use that to control territory to collapse later in the game. The one thing that's impressive about Gen G is like they're.
We'll have to see how Falcons want to try and leave when it comes to it. If they have to leave, who knows? Maybe maybe. Oh, okay. So Falcons are in a 2-2 split right now. See, this is so difficult though, because if you have a 2-2 split, then I guess you just focus on the west side of school if like things happen. You go like, all right, west side is where I really want. That way you can like shore up with your teammates from pool house as well. We go up towards Roz.
This has potential to be very, very bizarre at the end.
Yeah, the only thing with the split now though is that if someone technically crashed onto Tiggleton, he'd just have to. I think he'd just have to give up on that spot. Over on the east and let people in because with everyone in pool house, you can't really like fight a 2v4 super easy if they make it like inside the wall already, kind of thing.
Yeah, you're losing a player in transition here for Alcadzia. This hardship.
Okay, Alcadzia did lose one, but Tiggleton ended up being able to pick up the point. All right, Boostic. He had a rough day one, honestly.
Oh man, I'm gonna be eating it for not putting him on my fantasy team, aren't I?
I mean, you took the Higgs left game.
Yeah.
No, I don't have either of them.
Oh, that's bold strategy.
I have a unique team. I'll say I was going for something different today.
This might not be the rocks you want to land on. Nixie's already spotted out one. That's an easy pickoff. Spots out the one down below, and Virtus Pro feasting on this position.
Ooh, that's not good for Buriram.
Oh, Ruiz is the last one left.
He was in that little divot. Ruiz trying to figure out where he went, and he's gonna win another.
Oh, that was dirty.
Holy Nixie. I gotta. Oh, I don't have time. I don't know if I'm gonna. Hakatori has been on fire too. My goodness.
Shaping up is that when Bagopao is gonna have to make the move, there's gonna be a couple different angles into it.
Oh, D just ran over Rello.
Just to get close. Now, if you can get close, you have great opportunity with these grenades, but great responses. And there's Tiggleton from the school. The crossfires here tearing Bagopao.
I liked what Bagopao was trying to do, but whenever you get isolated in this position with the amount of squads that are around, there's just.
Oh, look, Hakatori just gonna pick up a couple more points.
Huddle behind the wreckage of vehicles for cover, and Bagopao now just doesn't even manage to really get.
Ooh, Tiggleton does get Guyon.
Thanking the entire lobby right now.
Yeah, it's just it's a tough push to make for Bagopao for sure. And they needed to do it at some point. Tried to find a timing, maybe when other stuff was going on, and just couldn't quite get their self situated.
Okay, here we go. We got Roz now filled with JDG, VP, Alcadzia, the Freaks, and Forest has sent Olympus over into the north to kind of play around with it. Badlands, we do have one of the.
Yeah, the good thing is it's going to be easy for Falcons to get out of school at this point. There's not really going to be anyone to shoot them.
not the biggest of surprises. So Slam's got
I feel like this is the best case scenario for school, because you were talking about how it's difficult to get out of, right? But if you have it kitty cornered like that, then you can leave on the blue side, and even if you hit the blue for like 2 seconds or whatever while you're driving out of there, you can just be on the opposite side from where you're getting shot, and you'll be fine.
Softened up on the way by his teammates, and he's right there to collect. Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
And that's pretty interesting, because when you have somebody chasing you, you often
So.
see, like, if there's two people inside of a vehicle, somebody will shift
Yeah.
behind the driver so that way they can eat some of the bullets and kind of dance.
Hey, Falcons knew how these zones were gonna play out, I guess.
He could just spray right across that right side.
Literally best case scenario for them for playing that. They just knew.
Putting himself in positions to make big plays.
MRIA. They got 29 points. They had an okay day in day one.
Go ahead and pull out their shovels and dig more trenches.
We've reversed roles now. Chewy is hunting down Songjong, his last one up for his squad. And it looks like they just want to make sure this is cleared, but this is coming in with very little information. Shotgun on one side, if it does manage to connect. Blue zone up on top of both. I think this is just realizing we're just kind of screwed. If we don't take down the solo behind us, we're just going to get backstabbed. And it's just kind of a standoff. Blue zone eating it up. This is still only phase number 4, but neither one of these teams able to move just due to the positioning of the circle.
Yeah, for Petrichor Road, you're basically out of the map. Like, and same for Songjong and Bagelpa. So that's why you're just looking for the point. You just want to at least get something out of this for both of them. But, you know, Chewy did close that door. Songjong should have heard it. So that is going to kind of just delay that.
Ooh, where is Slam G going?
Come on and Slam. Where are you going to stop at? Wrap back around to the north. They do have a stop-off point that they're going to be playing from. There's the harassment coming down from JDG in the high ground, and Slam kind of steals that one away pretty free, but Mission Ready is going to be coming up right back behind him. They just dropped down into the river. Slam's pretty caught up on looking what's going on the high ground in front of them. Do they even suspect that they're going to have somebody just popping on the beachhead right back behind them?
Oh, you would think they saw this or heard this, but still they have to worry about JDG on top of them as well.
Yeah, JDG is getting the shots. Vox.
Does trade into Lyrics.
Good job on the back end. You can see two members from Slam doing a great job on the defense. The other
If I was JDG, I would have waited for a second, see if they could have gotten any,
got a lot more complicated for the people who were just trying to encroach in their area, and they just have beautiful sight lines on top of Mission Ready. So I believe Gats just kind of all by his lonesome right on the coastline.
Yeah, I love this from JDG. Taking this position when they did has proved very valuable, and now you can gatekeep.
Oh my god, the Bloomy game. Bloomy is crazy. 27 first aids.
Cover and that grenade from Lurix as they get the res back through to Tim. Immediately capitalizes, and we have JDG now gonna just turn their attention fully towards
Mission Ready, only 29 points. That's a pretty bad position for them to go out there and not get any points.
They still need to get inside the circle. They can use some of the hills to wrap a bit more into the west, but that's going to open them up to a sight line that's very vulnerable from the Expendables, most notably Tanvu. So instead, looks like they're going to see if maybe they can...
I think the C4 is a little bit late. Yeah.
Connect the way they wanted to.
Just a little bit delayed. If he had started that drive 2 seconds, 3 seconds earlier, that could have been 2 down from JDG up in the 3-story, but you still have that P90 to worry about from Cold in the warehouse. Not even sure how much of that has been revealed towards Slam. Maybe it is, and that's why they want to go the other way, or just this seems like...
Turn up the game just a touch, yeah. Oh my god. I had it solo.
Have to buy the Expendables very far away. Falcons also eyeing that they might go after Navi's position, but they're kind of being
so sorry.
To step way out of this one. So Expendables doing a little bit of peekaboo over at Gen G, and Gen G kind of stuck. They have Orca that's inside the zone, but the other members still have to get a bit closer.
Very small amount. I can turn it back down if you need.
Falcons, while Slam's still playing this a bit slow.
Yeah, the tough part of rotating
we'll go there.
The area that's in between Boatyard and School up towards the north is there's going to be a lot of different teams that could have angles on you. The good news for Gen G is that Falcons is busy fighting Navi.
More than good. Okay, we'll
their way
leave that if you need me to
And it's gonna be
take it up a
not
notch,
easy.
just let me know.
Set
If
up
it's
on
good now,
defense, looking to just
we'll
put
leave
the
it.
hurt down on top of the Falcons, but a lot of smokes here, buying them a little bit of
Yeah, I
time.
can change
Still saying
my
it was
headset
incredible
volume
damage.
with
Hackatory were
a
absolutely
knob,
just
so
outrageously good yesterday. Ming
I
Ming,
can get
Hello.
I can
Still
get this
sneaking
way
behind
higher up than I
everyone,
need.
seeing if maybe he can run
What
into this.
happened to
I mean, it's still
Tiggleton?
phase 5, so it's mildly survivable. Falcons using that smoke line are getting closer and closer to the entrenched Na'Vi position. Na'Vi realizing maybe the high ground isn't really what they wanted in this, so they have shifted away. They have Ferris that's still back behind all of this, but Hackatori's moved into the lower sections very close to Forest. So they're just going to use the road leading up into the high ground for defense, and it's good for now until Falcons can get up there, but Falcons can't get up there because they're getting shot in the butt by Irina and Jinji.
yeah, the whole thing's just a
I don't know what's going on with Falcons
damage.
there.
Everybody's just popping into each
It's
other.
whack.
Here's Cold with that P90. Boostic trying to do something, but he is just in an awful spot. And JDG able to hold on. Don't even
They got
lose
there
players,
early.
able
That's
to
a really
avoid
good
C4,
spot
so
for a
that is
Rozhok zone.
nice defensive setup and hold for JDG, who needs to do a little bit better here in 10. Circle gonna leave almost all of Rozhok, a little bit left in it, but a lot of the mountain still in play.
That's the big factor, is we have the mountain that's going to be
Okay,
rolling down
so
the north side. The
Gen
north's
G
gonna
can
be
move
very
so
open.
late is the
They will
problem here.
cover, so it's going to be very
So
awkward for the teams
if
that are going to be leaving Rozhok. The Expendables had control
Gen
of a very
G-
wide open area, and they're going to be trying to regroup and should be pretty okay with that. But JDG has a pretty long path ahead of them, and weakening the Falcons could make that a lot easier. Navi's going to be making the push lower into Forest, so this is just getting dicier by the second for everybody stacked on top of each other. Let's not forget that we also have the Freaks that have to push in very close to where VP's positioning is at.
Yeah, the Freaks have just been kind of locked in on Rozhok for a while. They lost Heaven a long time ago, so they've been
What do
playing
you
with
do
three.
here?
Oh, C4 time. It's this time it's December the 12th.
No, yes, no.
Oh, it's rolling right next to Alcadzia. Do they have the space to work around? They do, and Alcadzia weathers that being dropped right on their doorstep.
I think if they wanted that to go right in between the two
If
buildings,
that had
but
gone right in
a little
between,
bit
that
of a
would have
turn
been.
there. Genji has to get forward. They have to
But we're
find a
good.
way
We're good.
to control this edge. The problem is
Orca.
Falcons still alive. Outside the next zone, yes, but have some high ground, have some damage potential that they could dump into them. Although Genji doing a good job. I mean, I thought they might have to try to take a fight against the Arena.
See, what Falcons needed was Gen G to try and take it.
Oh, man. That
Okay,
is a
D got
nice
his
follow.
flush.
Colores and D together
Tanvu
just
got
stop
his.
JDG in
Okay.
that rotate. They did get two
Each
of them
team
members.
got
JDG
their
has two members
their
inside the
points.
circle,
So
but it's continuing to be a rain of bullets down upon their heads. Spaceman going to go down. Alcadzia going to use that opportunity to see if they can sneak a bit closer. And that's going to be all she wrote for JDG. Back behind Alcadzia, though, they have to be careful. 4 Angry Men still alive.
Oh, Falcons just went down into
Nipping at
Roz.
their heels, but now Alcadzia can look down into VP. This is the firefight now going on with Falcons, who've managed to backstab right on top of Na'Vi, who are just trying to rally. I mean,
Yeah.
knock after knock thrown at them, and they're surviving.
Yeah, they're just really
Navi's
on
making it through
point,
into the
with their
finals.
shooting, their decision making. Meanwhile, Genji also on point against the Arena, knocking players out left and right. A bunch of them getting involved. Orca, Flame, Tosi, all getting into the mix. And Alcadzia's like, that's our go signal. Arena's falling apart. They're on the other side of this mountain. Let's see if we can get ahead of this.
Oh, but the Expendables, they've been so strong for so long. Delwyn goes down. It's going to be Beanie.
That's a
and
good
they
nade.
bounce on the nade, get some damage. But
They're
here's
dead.
the
They're dead.
follow-up.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. Colores takes them all down.
Beautiful. Beautiful from the Expendables. Just on point with those nades. Salute. Getting chewed up. Trying to chomp his way in towards another circle, but he's dead. Somebody, either the grenades or Shen, was going to do the job, and a blue zone grenade on top of him. DL going to try to respond.
Oh, this is just such a hard push. VP has got a good defensive line. Nixie
You say that, but look at what Freaks are doing.
Something for Beanie, but that's going to be the Molotov. So, okay, good news for VP. They have some time to rally. Circle has left them.
Do they?
Down the south.
Dude, VP's playing a great game. 8 kills, even if they go out here early. DL hit some bangers, hit a grenade, hit a molly to get 2 knocks onto VP, but couldn't finish what he started.
Navi
Scappy
pushing
on his
onto
own, trying to
Scappy
heal
is
off
huge
before
for
Navi gets
VP.
up the stairs, just going to get there, has a shotgun.
Oh, and that window, you can see Navi does not like the feel of this. Remember, Navi has been fighting for a very long time. They started up on top of the hill. They were harassing. See if the utility is going to bounce the way they want it to. Going to go ahead and get some defense. Scappy's going to go down, but it's okay. Hackatory, he was really committed into going those shots. So said, you're just a secondary casualty. It'll be fine.
Oh, Tanvu there, getting into Orca from the side. Orca really wanted to harass Na'Vi. And it is going to be a bit of a back off. VP bailing out Gen G a bit. Can they get him down?
Oh.
Couldn't carry him underneath the ridgeline in time. Now VP smoke wall through, trying to get in towards Na'Vi, who is scrambling to get these reses off.
Oh, a couple of peeks from Na'Vi on the high ground, down into VP. Made it scary for a second. This hillside ridge is going to be very hard to defend, but if you can survive, if you can take down everybody else around you, you have a good chance to maneuver into the later stages of the game. Genji's going to be playing the southern section of it. Lyric's still going to be alive for E-Arena, but the Expendables to the west have been in control for so long and just stacking up kill after kill, sitting at 9 right now. This is a great entrance on the day for them.
Yeah, no, this is great for both of these teams, just continuing the success that they've had. It's actually Tosi who finds the back.
Genji just goes straight back over here.
Knock VP down.
This is just Na'Vi. Look at this. They're just fighting tooth and nail, knock after knock, still trying to keep their members alive.
Someone gets knocked, they pick him up.
Circle. Na'Vi has just been scrapping this whole time, boy, and they are not done.
In a tough position here as Gen G potentially.
Being with a
You gotta be
scar.
worried about either the Expendables or Lyrics, and then you don't want to give Na'Vi anything for free, but Na'Vi has that little hillside they can use underneath to kind of cut into this next circle safely. So not really much Gen G can do about it except hold the line on their side of things. Maybe hope the Expendables deal with this solo player in Lyrics over in that dip who's just inside of the next circle.
Okay, Gen G high ground. Every time they go for a profile, could be punished by either the Expendables or Na'Vi. Na'Vi can't go for too many peaks right now.
Lyrics is just keeping his head down.
Lyrics, as you mentioned, hiding down in his little cubby, staying alive.
4 points
Could
right
cause
now.
the ruin of maybe Gen G. It looks like
I mean, if he
Duckjuice's
can get
job right
another
now is to
point,
keep an eye on
that's
Lyrics.
just
They know
good.
that he's there, so Duckjuice just
But
looking
I
straight
think-
in that position. Gen G keeps eyeing it, but if they play a bit further down, they might cross into somewhere scary. I think that they have an idea that that's a bit too hazardous. Nade's going to bounce down on top of them. Too far? I think it'll be fine for now.
It just barely. The stuns are coming through there.
We'll just blind you.
Yeah, this should be easy money. Seeing the feet. Oh yeah, grenade came up short. Okay, not going to take too much damage there. And Gen G
Didn't
does
take any
claim
damage,
another
actually.
life.
The Expendables have Kalori's way up to the north, lined up against Na'Vi. He's taken a lot of damage, but he did some in return, seeing if maybe he can
That
survive
nade
along
may
that
be
Duckjuice.
good.
Now that they finally relented, got
No,
that last
Ferris
member for
got away.
E-Arena, trying to come up for support. Kalori stays alive, using the hillside for some form of cover. Genji's got the high ground. It's going to be Tanvu just back, trying to defend Genji from encroaching too much.
Yeah, this is a really nice position to have that folding shield in to at least buy you time to get the first aid off for Clories. Meanwhile, Gen G just going to take a little bit of high ground, try to figure out what's going on, get some kills in the process. They catch Tanvu in the side, but he just turns and takes down Bean.
I mean, the Expendables keep taking shots. Finally, one of them goes down. Gen G, you have the high ground on control, but it looks like the Expendables don't want to surrender too much of it. Instead, they're going to send Duckjuice up after Gen G. I don't think that doesn't have the speed you want for it. Instead, they have to surrender, run into the hillside. Maybe it could be a big enough distraction. Peeks back up on the top. Glorious gets some damage. And look, Gen G just has to retreat from position. The firing line from the Expendables too strong.
You go with Panzerfaust as well for Duckjuice. Grenade going to come up short onto Flame. MP5 in hand, trying to hold the line, but it's Tosi from the middle of the pack who's going to take down two.
That surrendered the low ground
Damn.
to Na'Vi. They tried to exploit it. They've got a couple of positions that they can play from.
I don't know what their whole plan was with that C4.
Using for cover right now is it's going to be Gen G backs up against the blue zone. They have the high ground, but they're going to have to move down into that lower section in just a second. Is it a shooting gallery, or is the high ground going to be enough for Gen G to exploit?
There's zero smokes here, so this is advantage Na'Vi. They've got a slightly better position considering the edge of the circle. Gen G trying to distract, trying to run downhill, and Akatori having none of it.
Yeah, Hakatori has been on fire. I think, yeah, Tosi and Bean just back off.
Spots back up, and that's all she wrote. The rain of damage continues. Hakatori and Na'Vi continue to decimate squad after squad.
Let's look at our leaderboard.
In the finals. 5 more games to play here, Toughies, against a team that is just fragging out, especially with the Sosa step up, especially with how insane Hakatori is looking yesterday. By far the top performer.
Avi is nailing it right now.
Good for Virtus Pro, man. Good amount of points coming in there with both kills. I saw Beamy and Nixie both had 4 apiece at least here for this one, so that's great.
I mean, if you're a Virtus Pro fan, you should be fired up because they
100%.
never gave up the chase at PGS 9. Got second place, and here they come out even stronger at PGS 10, so I expect them to keep that push going very, very aggressively. Over on the bottom leaderboard, Petrichor Road does make it strong with Ice left.
Falcons
Ice
got at
left,
least
ran
4.
Team Falcons,
JDG
exiting
getting
this first game very
6
quickly,
is
but
good.
it's a
Gen
lot
G
of
Expendables had good games.
The big is really, we gotta get things going really early on here.
Yes.
They do not have much.
One of the best. Ferris has been really, really good at, Sosa continues to put out the damage. So this is Na'Vi in their element. I mean, hard to imagine that these guys are not going to be a threat.
Oh, you spelled it with a G. Sorry, Quintessential.
Finals, but it seems like the ideas that they're talking about, where they had a little bit of a role swap in the team, seems to be helping.
I'm so sorry.
Because they took every fight so well.
And their macro.
Ah.
Realize the vulnerabilities of high ground in that.
I really appreciate you trying the raid, but I messed it all up for you.
To surrender that high ground, instead move into the urban environment where you knew that there was a lot of people going to be stacked up.
I'm so sorry. I just want you to know that technically this name is better than the older name I had.
There was a lot of mistakes.
The older the older name I had a 0 and stuff right in the middle of it. So that made it even more confusing. I appreciate the sub. I'll get your push-ups in here right now too.
But our main goal is prepare to PGC.
Love that squad because they'll be that direct with you. No, we just did not play well. We made some modifications, but instead of, like, you see a lot of times they answer around, oh, we still played our best, or teams will say the stuff. No, Navi's like, we played not the way we wanted to play here. We failed. We'll fix it.
All right.
Yeah. It's one of the things I always loved about PUBG Esports is how a lot of the teams will just be straightforward. They'll be like, we could have played better. And that's one of the beautiful
that's
things about the game is there's so
really funny.
Room for improvement. Like there's always something you could have done. Whether it be.
But yeah, so someone else already had the
certain time, like even little things.
had the name. I'm pretty sure.
Thought about. But in terms of Na'Vi, they're like,
So,
yeah, we made some role adjustments.
I
I
went with what I thought would
role adjustments are directly other than they exist.
would be
So
good.
Trying to kind of piece together what
That's
they're
fun.
doing.
We can just now make any assumption we want.
That's
right?
true. I can just say, well, I think Hakatori's IGL now.
But
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. It's probably not true.
I don't know.
yeah,
Let Hakatori do whatever he wants. Just let him off the lead.
Dude, I'm all about that. Hakatori could do anything. He's proven himself to be.
I greatly apologize.
So, if he wants to do it, I am all about it.
But I do appreciate your subscription. I'm gonna I gotta get some subscriber badges and stuff up and running. I'll actually
On the other side of it, see a couple of teams rotating pretty close to each other, and Al-Qadsia and Buriram.
I gotta message someone about it too.
North right now because they have spotted out Buriram. They have to be careful that Begapa is going to be to their east in a bit of card jockeying. Ruse just shuts down Roth, and just as easy as that.
Okay, I was going to say, they better get Ruse. They'd better get him for that because he was very, very weak.
Demasty, he's committing. He's jumping out of the vehicle. Does he think he can backstab this or secure the point? Or maybe blue chip. Oh, here comes arrested Buriram. I mean, this is a squad we know. If you mess with them early, they will.
I have sent a message to the person that I
It looks like Al-Qadsia is reading where the fence could be coming from, and slam runs right into
maybe getting us
exchange. 2 down on one side, 4 angry men
some
on
good
the high
old
ground with a bit of control.
emotes.
Knock, of course, it's gonna be followed up.
Maybe a sub badge and everything going good.
And Boostic showing what they can do.
That's what I'm gonna try and get going anyways.
4 a.m. trying to get the reinforcements here.
Boostic just.
Oh my!
Oh, a Tongmu.
Steps up against Boostic, gets the knock.
Perez is gonna come out onto Arctics though.
The hillside, a Tongmu on one side while the rallying trying to happen for Slam on the other. Couple of nades go long. Tongmu reads it. He's trying to get pretty close. Looks like he's trying to pick up something from Shin that's been dropped over for him. Boostic creeping down. It's going to be Arctic up on top trying to defend, and it's just going to be a bit of a rally on each side and a race to see who can res fastest.
And Slam G
Slam G is going to be so much faster.
Guessing correctly, a Tongmu on point. It's shut down by Mogor.
4 angry men down to just Shin again after the
Expendables
so,
getting involved though.
Nades going. Where you got? Do you have the read on it? Looks like he can hear the footsteps. Goes for the expectation. Shin does drop the nade right on top. And this fight not over yet is just the res fiesta.
I mean, whoever.
Here from the Expendables, a good grenade
this is just gonna be.
He's gonna secure at least points no matter how this goes, as he's the last one alive for Slam. Shaolu up, grenade doesn't find it.
Expendables mopping up whoever wins, right? Which all I can imagine.
Playing around the utility. Are they going to try to commit into the res? The Flashes are going out. Boostic still alive a bit further away from this one. Oh, that nade goes a bit far, but still commits. Sticks it, does get his member back up. So, is he just going to commit into trying to go for the heels in the thick of that? That is bold, but he gets away with it by a shot. Come out, 4 angry men, picking around the outside of the smoke, steps out, and in the end, it is going to be 4 angry men with 2 still up.
Dude, despite Shen getting a whole bunch of knocks in there, he only comes away with 1 kill. As 4 a.m., you're going to feel a little bit bad. Yeah, now to make things worse.
Do you get out in time? Trying to sneak away. Oh, December 12th's already in a position to read it. Looks like they might be able to
okay.
Oh, Cold is going to take down Lou.
That was so close.
Down to just Shin as he runs for the hills.
I wonder who had the chips. Not sure which player was able to grab them. If Shen has the other 2 chips, he could find the revives there. There's plenty of open space out on that western side, I believe.
He's just sitting at quarry right now.
I assume he's got them.
Let's see.
A wild guess.
I don't know. It looks like he's just maybe going for full defend up. Yeah, no, he's sitting straight for it. So maybe he's the guy that's got it. He was the lead man. That's usually the way you want to do it, right? Because most people tend to shoot at the tail. So guy that's going to be leading the path is going to be the one that most likely has the blue chips. So Salute.
Didn't even think about that.
Himself a plan. Is that plan going to work? Depending on how Gen G stays focused on their bridge camp.
So something I was curious about in the previous game as well, if Gen G was going to commit to a bridge camp because of their Fairy Pier drop. This time it might be the Freaks who have to figure out a way to get through as Gen G is really dug in.
I didn't even think about that with who should take the
job of trying to figure that out.
Well, it's awkward, right? Because Salute's the only one over there for Gen G, and Gen G is committed.
Take the chips. I didn't even think. Like you gotta make sure that you send that with the front person in case they do shoot at the trailing. No.
Some damage coming out.
Alcadzia, do not go down to rotation.
Tree's gonna be enough for cover. Looks like it might be.
I feel like if Guyon had a red dot, he probably could have got a knock in there, but Iron Sight making it pretty tricky.
Stupid wall.
Stupid walls. As we take another look back at this pull-up, it's actually Slam G who initially gets into this position, but Boostic from behind. I mean, Shen with an AK up close and personal. There is not any player on the planet that I'd least like to go against in a situation like that. Shen is so good up close and personal. So is Boostic, though. Tons of damage done both ways, but a Tungmu in time. One of the big players for 4 a.m. during their run to climb back up the leaderboard and get into that grand finals of PGS 9. So love to see that from him.
Look,
and Salutes, nobody's seen him.
But he can't see it.
I don't think they've seen him.
Well, and he hasn't spotted out what he wants out of it yet either. So this has just gotten weird all around. Guman is on the bridge. You can see that he is playing this pretty slow. Heaven and Deal going to be back behind him for the time being. Oh, Alcadzia just... Begapa causing more and more problems, man. This rotation coming over in this direction has just not been working for him.
Yeah, the revive was being attempted here, I believe, and it just is sniffed out by Begapa, who's hungry for points. Finally, the battle commences, and Salute gonna find the opener, and Bean down and out quick. Salute looks for more. It's actually Na'Vi. He found the headshot there.
Hakatori getting involved in this. Orca down below. Guman coming in for some reinforcements. The rest of the Freaks going to be tailing in right back behind him. The circle has gone down the way you were talking about. Maybe we could see some fun happening over here.
Pre-nade in case someone came through.
Pretty close to center, so Na'Vi going to be rewarded. Gen G also has
Tosi trying to get out of there. Yeah, I was going to say no way. Dude, Hakatori.
After that one is Hakatori. He's going to light you up.
Yeah, this is the last player on the planet I'd want to be driving out in the open against. You just saw what he did to Gen G there, ripping them, and they're trying to find some way to
Hakatori is insane right now.
Should be pretty much done, I think. DL has a bolt. My boy Bob Songhead, let's see what you can do. Not much. Gets spotted out by Hakatori before he can even pull the trigger.
JDG sent it to the hillside just to the west of this. Forest also going to be moving into the hillside. Arena just to the north of Na'Vi. So, Flame's got his compound all by his lonesome for the time being, but it's a pretty popular compound. It's going to be hard to defend all by his lonesome, so it looks like he's going to hop on and retreat from that. The Expendables are controlling the north. Just on top of that, Pachinki Hillside is going to be Petrichor Road, and it looks like VP is going to send one in on an emergency pickup to try to see if they can scout out what's happening inside the circle.
Well, if Falcons can get the read here that the compound just to their southwest is only occupied by one player,
that's a big game changer.
That could really open this game up for them. This is a nice compound. It's not.
Yeah, Falcons are in an interesting spot so early on.
This is hard to sometimes control with 4.
There's a ton of space that you have to worry about, and then there's that warehouse on the west side that actually kind of opens up a path for defenders to make crashes and kind of find a footing to try to dislodge you from that compound.
Those crates are so annoying to try to defend from because they just block out so many sight lines from the towers above. Oh, we'll have to see. I mean, Herculean task, but maybe Flame is up for it. Petrichor Road up to the Pachinki hillside. VP back behind them. Should be noted Begapa after bumping into Alcadzia also tail end around that Pachinki area, but they might be leaning more west.
Yeah, I think Begapa is looking for a wider wrap is my guess. That would be, you're going to be assuming that a lot of teams are going to be going dead center here to try to have access to the Skinny Tree Forest, which is potentially where this is going to end up after everything is said and done. So that's, if you're playing probability, that might be what you're considering. So as Gen G, you might be like, as Begapa, you might be thinking, let's go way around. Good question. Falcons?
Falcons?
Oh.
Are they playing that? Yeah. Oh, it's Anvu. Right on to Hwin. I mean, it's a downside, and remember, there is just Flame to the south. Of course, Falcons don't know that, but that just feels so bad. Kickstart now down, Irina getting more involved, and just a follow-up. Beautiful from Tanvu.
You remember back to your geometry, the three big ones, Kos, Sign, and Tan.
I hate you for that. I hate it. It's so good and so bad.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Michael Dragunov. So Circle goes hard northeast, doesn't go over to the west. So
Falcons took that so early too.
Tree Forest are going to be SOL, as this is just looking centered in these fields that are just to the north. So going to be quite tough. Begopot reroutes, just comes in right behind the Expendables, who are now kind of regrouping, turning their attention in that direction. Is the, I think they were setting up to maybe think about a more southern lean, but with the way it's going, they're going to have to change their methodology.
Interesting situation going on with JDG. You saw the fact that they're split 2-2. Forest is using the hillside just to the north. Irina also already taking some shots at JDG, so that's going to be pretty hard. Freaks do need to cross the road and get kind of in a sight line for either Forest or Na'Vi. And yep,
boom, kiss with the double.
That two-man wrap that I said was trying to regroup, so that's going to be easy pickup for Forest. That gives them the hillside in control. Freaks, where do you go now?
I just see Kiss and good things happen. I love it. He is right back into kind of some of that form we saw him back in Shanghai. As VP has Chewy all on his own. They're trying to figure out if anybody's in here. Now, they do see Petrichor Road up on the hill. The real question is are they going to be able to suss out that they left their anchor player in here? They're at least being thoughtful of it. Going in as a twosome, clearing the door. Nixie was there on the outside as he gets flushed. Chewy,
Hello.
Done and dusted. Nixie gonna have to get down and get the first aid going. Bagel over on the side.
How you doing?
They're looking in this direction.
Into the Rise Discord. Yeah, do you want me to mute up audio real quick?
Gonna get way close to Texla, but remember there is the valley between
or just is it fine? I don't know if it's
and it's gonna be Begapa on the
private or not.
The low ground and VP first. That's gonna be where they send some of their bullets.
No mute. Okay.
The Expendables. They do hear this as well. They're very wide separated. Colores is going to be very close to Begapa, but Delwyn is kind of sending it off into the blue.
Hello.
Curious to see what he's doing. It's like he's trying to see if he can.
Not much. How you doing?
But he wants to go around the hill. What is happening?
I think you're exactly right, man. I think that's what he's doing. He's a madman. That's what I love about
You're willing and able to do it
He's lined up and he's spotted out a con and he's shooting.
Correct?
They shifted entirely onto the blue. Expendables does the weirdest stuff that's so fun.
Do you have?
The real question here is
do you have your stuff set up to where
figured out that
you can do like different profiles? So if I send you all the Rise stuff, you can go into and shift it to the Rise, so you'll have like the Rise panels and everything like when you shift and cast our games.
Yeah. This is Flame's landing spot, and that he's the only one left for Gen G. So
if I send everything to you, do you know how to you know how to do it yourself, right?
Use the regional knowledge that you can get.
I'm not gonna have time. First game is tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. First game tomorrow. Okay.
If you're able and down.
Yeah. What time does it start?
Mission Ready's Michael still alive.
I know you're doing this rerun thing.
Yeah.
Mission Ready needs to come into the circle.
They are.
It's gonna be pretty much
games are
so
8.
have fun, players.
No, 7:30
wherever
EST.
you can get to.
7:30 Eastern. How long do they last? Normally, is it 1 or 2 games?
It is one game.
One game.
Four angry men lined up pretty close to JDG. And here comes where Petrichor Road's going to go.
One last, like,
cut out
30
mission ready.
minutes, like,
Oh,
Right.
mission ready.
Yeah.
Send it back
That's
out.
kind of why I was asking if it was like one or multiple.
Shots, Petrichor Road.
So much of the safety in this
So
So
is
maybe
north
make that
and
like the
south,
opening
not
to
too
your
much to work
PGS
within the
stream.
center, so that valuable real estate
Yeah, I
play
could probably
just
do
ahead of
something
time.
like that, or I
Right
might
there on flame, dodging flames. You can survive just a little bit longer. Maybe take a player of the Freaks with
yeah,
you, but the
maybe.
Freaks
Or I might
grouped
just
up,
do the
giving him much in
PGS
the way of
stream some other time or something, or maybe I
Those
just
ring
skip it.
guns are looking spicy. Yeah, I was gonna say
like,
that.
it's
Rain
not
of
super
damage coming
important.
in, and that's why I feel like they've got this under lock
I
now.
just do it for
Good
something to
position
do for the
as
most part.
next threat to them is going to be E-Arena.
Yeah, okay.
GG has
If you
crept
send
in
me
and
everything, I
fielded
can get it all
himself
set up.
right
I've set
along
everything
the
up from scratch
Shoot me a
for...
message on
bush line,
Discord
and
with
they have
your
pulled over there. There's a
email.
lot of teams gonna be
And I
sparring
will get
over
everything
very
zipped
little
and
to
into a
work
thing
with.
from you. It might
this
not
is
all
looking,
come from me because I only
pretty
have what
decent for the
War
Freaks
sent
getting
to
in
me.
for another
So
circle or
I'll
two
give
at the
him
very
your
least.
email
I
as
don't
well.
see
I just kind of
anybody who's in a
hijacked this
position to
conversation
crash
from you,
them
War.
currently, so they should have that compound out.
You're literally in
lockdown.
charge of the
Pickle
streaming.
pot going
so
down the
Okay.
edge of their
I'm just
compound
here
into the
to
next
be
circle,
like, yes.
so they
I'll
can,
get
cling
everything
to
zipped
life
over
up
to
there
you.
for a bit as they've
That
kinda
way you
backed
can
off
get
some
it
of
all
that
loaded,
fighting they
and
were
then
looking for. They still have all
tomorrow
four
will be
up
your
as well,
test
so
stream
not bad at all with
and
5
see
kills
how it
in this
goes.
game for BGP.
You can let us
BP,
know
the-
like what
go.
you need better,
That's all you
like
can do.
panels and
Just run
whatnot.
down the
I've
hillside,
already
mission ready, still
made the
taking shots at
determination
Petrichor
that
Road,
it's
who
really
cut them
hard
off
to
just a
read
moment
black
ago.
writing over
Burrow
gray
also has to
panels
make a
when
Yes.
it's
run,
that
so they
small
might be a new
unpushed. So
secondary
we
factor.
are
BP
working
does
on
find their
getting those
stop-off point.
fixed.
It's going to be decent enough
But for now,
the
that's
time
what we
being.
have.
Nobody really taking shots
Okay.
except for the Expendables. It's now
yeah.
finally a little bit more harassment coming after
what
people, but they kinda snuck
panels
in
do you
there.
have?
Yeah, there's a few spots in these fields where you can kind of cling to life for a bit.
Can
but
I
as more
show
teams
you
get
in like an
funneled
hour
in,
when servers go
it can
down?
become kind of an
Yeah, that's fine.
attrition battle.
Because we're
Um,
gonna run
Lock
one or
down these
two real
central
quick before the
positions.
servers go down.
And
And then the
meanwhile,
other thing that I'm
MRIA
going to
trying
ask,
fan out around this
is
eastern side to clear as much
would you
space
be
as
willing,
they
and
can.
which I
Burram,
don't
like
see
you
why you
mentioned,
wouldn't be,
completely
putting
encircling their
the
position,
small
whether
circular
Mission Ready
Rise
knows it or
logo
not.
on your
Well, I don't think
standard
that Burrow
stream?
has the clear path onto this one, so I think that
You
feels
don't
like
have to
they're
have
just
it on
trying to
there
see
when you
where
are
they can
casting
poke in,
PUBG.
find a spot, maybe dance around the hills,
But like
maybe
just
go
when
up
like
to the
you're
north.
playing
If you
and
try
whatnot,
every
just
option,
throw
one of
like
them
that
has
little
to work,
Rise
right?
logo up on your screen
Now,
somewhere.
here's this fight that was going to be due any
Or
Yeah.
even down a page
Um,
on your about
running
me.
into E-Arena, not
Yeah.
gonna rest on their
I don't
laurels too
know.
long.
I might not do
And
it
Tori goes down
right
early. That's a big part
away
of
because
engine
I
trouble for Navi, but we know these guys
am
can
trying
fall
to
off.
message
They're
and
trying
work
to
with
bend.
someone
They've
on
got some
making
good defensive
custom panels
that
for
they
my
can play
stream
from
and stuff
using the tree
anyways.
line, but
So once I
Tigers
get that
up on
stuff
the
done
northern section,
and
up
have
on
it all
the ropes,
updated,
80 spots out phased
I'll
to
figure out
display.
where
That's
where I
perfectly
want
fine.
it.
Something.
So,
Yeah.
Such long-range
No,
shots
that'll be
coming from
fine.
VP to support.
but
Potentially,
yeah,
that's where
I was
they're
kind of
gonna
like in the
a
middle
bit
of
more along the
trying to
southern
message
hillside.
someone
So
to get
Tins
all of my
has to have been
own
a
stuff
lot of
that's
updated
awesome.
and,
So
and
it's perfect
everything.
timing.
So, then I'll be able to kind of find a spot to put it pretty
Nice
easily.
fight by E-Arena. A tough opponent there, but those quick knocks that they were
Okay.
able to find.
Yeah.
Now the Freaks are running in right behind this.
Good
Guys
read.
being
Yeah,
attempted,
that should
but
be
they're gonna
fine, and
able to
I'll
sniff this out.
Oh, they know almost exactly where it is, but it's gonna be the Dorito
we'll
that bounces the nade away.
we'll
Luzo
go
nade
from
also
things
lands right
in
next to Liz.
an
They can
hour
make
when
the
we
narrow
have
run.
time
It's
to
gonna
like
be
look
right
at the
next to
panels and
Expendables.
stuff.
I guess just send it into the compounds.
We'll see what
Steal
happens.
away from it. Jukes in
Okay,
and
and
really
then,
just runs right into the face. A con picks up
tomorrow,
two.
I guess
So,
we'll
the
get
Expendables
together
in
like
some trouble.
before.
Burrum's Dynasty
Um,
also up here.
Yeah,
and just
I
chit chat about what time it
Complicated
starts, how we're
for
gonna
us.
get you
Taking
coverage.
shots at the tail end of Pegapah,
That'll
as
more
well as
so
maybe
be
needing to keep an
War
eye on
taking
their
over the
flank of four angry
conversation,
men
so
coming up
I
back
know what the
behind.
conversation will
Oh,
be
Duck
moving
Juice there,
forward
got a
because I
grenade.
do
That
not
means
know
he
that
still has the
information.
Panzer
Yeah.
available. Battle pot.
I
They're gonna come through
don't
this
know
door.
how well I'll be able to actually meet up with you before tomorrow. Just because I work until 4 and then I have a mandatory work meeting after work.
I mean, is it something that we have to discuss, or is it something we can just send him a message on?
They're going to be running right next to Petrichor Road as well.
Yeah.
VP.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, I can look at my phone anytime throughout the day for the most part, so so I might take me a second to respond, but
yeah. Okay, so as soon as servers go down, I will shoot you an email with a zip file with everything that I have right now.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Is there any like ban pick phase or anything for maps?
Versus Navi, they're going to go down. That surrenders a lot of
No.
control to the freaks in the south. They
Okay.
can kind of play along the south side a bit more open.
Cool.
This is
Yeah, that's the basics right now.
That would
And
be up and coming, I'm assuming.
here on this eastern side.
We'll see what's going on.
More, get your ass in here.
We'll talk more and stuff like that.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye, bye.
Thank you, darling.
Can just try to lock this down.
Here comes Khan. What can he steal? He wants to see what he can get, and he does manage to pick up some.
He takes it all.
Instantly punished.
All right, there we go. Looks like we might be casting some CS here soon. There we go. So what, we've done mainly PUBG, we've done a little bit of COD, and now we're gonna do some CS. Should be fun. Now the only other games that I really could be interested in doing anything with is Apex and Rocket League.
VP very focused in on Salute there for a second. A bit nervous of his angle of approach. Mission Ready, as you talked about, has been doing such a great job on staying alive in a very hard situation. Now has to figure out how they're going to cross another
all the games that I've played and had some knowledge of.
The North Expendables also need to leave their compound. Finally, send it down.
I don't think I'd ever be able to do like a League or Dota streak cast or anything because I just don't know them. I love Apex so much. Oh my god. Apex is so much fun, and I've put so much time into Apex.
And that's exactly what Mission Ready is trying to do. I was going to say, if Mission Ready
Rocket League is
to do some serious damage to VP to try to.
It's weird because Rocket League is there's a new rookie every single year that's the next big thing, and then they stick around for 5 to 8 years, but every single year there's a different rookie that's the best, and there's a new best player every single year, and it's crazy. Like there's a video somewhere that is if Rocket League had a Ballon d'Or, which is like the most goals or whatever, the best offensive player, and it's just absolutely crazy because it's swapped every single year since the very first year.
Tremendous effort they're putting through. For him, though, that opened up enough room for them to get into this next circle, but they're immediately getting pounced on. Duck Juice finds the first. You got Tanbu going for the flush. He sees the other. This should be the end. Yeah, he's going to claim it. The Expendables, 11 kills.
Just continuing to roam through.
This is day one for Expendables too, right?
You can do whatever you want. They are going to
appreciate the lurk. Have fun with your games.
New targets. Look like it's gonna be JD.
I'll look at the panels and see if there's anything that I can think of, anything different, or not different, or just see what there is, so I can see what we're working with. See if I can get maybe some of it set up. Oh, no, I can't, because I hate doing it in studio mode. And I'm streaming right now, so I'll figure it out.
Harassing from their spot, they're just going to do as much damage as possible to the teams around them, weaken up those vests and stuff. But it's actually Nixie who gets the spray with the AUG there onto Salute. So that's going to stall up the Freaks, and is VP going to commit to a fight? Lucarux with the Groza, trying to get up close and personal there to see if he can do some more damage. Yeah, he's got the Dragunov as well. Tags up DL. Back they go, but here comes the Expendables.
Of course, it's the Expendables. They are the X factor in every single.
Hey, I would just like to say, yeah, Falcons took that really early, and we were questioning it earlier, but they're still 3 up in that spot. They may have 0 point or 0 kills right now, but they're still up.
They've got the res in position. VP having to defend against Expendables on one side. Human just gonna wrap all the way around. But
double headshot.
Says that's not gonna work for us. Instantly shuts that down. JDG still trapped on the outside of the circle. Has to be careful. Freaks coming alive, charging.
Lucarux is dead.
The core component between the sandwich that is going to be the Expendables as well.
I mean, Falcons are just gonna kind of keep their head down for a little bit. Let everyone fight around them and then take the win at the end.
We're trying to have a fair fight. 2 bad. Say the Expendables, we're going to take more.
There is nothing that is happening that the Expendables are not a part of. JDG still has to get in the circle. Somehow they're going to get involved in that. I don't know. They're across the circle right now. JDG
Freaks
walking in after the
are...
Falcons. Falcons can finally peek their heads up, spot out JDG and trying to defend the angle. Tiggleton taking a lot of damage, narrowly escapes.
That was the Freaks there who caught him. He's trying to be that point guy to soften up JDG for his team. Instead,
that
just got the first aid in time. That would have been enough.
Now they gotta move.
And then he backs right up, but it's Salute who finds 2 instantly.
Just drops on the worst time
There's
for
just...
the Falcons. JDG, a bit more of a path into the circle, but Salute
That's so unfortunate.
Not meeting up with the rest of his squad, might have an angle onto JDG at any given moment.
Dude, he's unbelievable.
What a nade by Cold.
Right on top of Kickstart's head to knock the Falcons out. Hang on for quite a while there. Do the Falcons get some points out of the game at the very least, even though there's no kills. Placements will be nice, all things considered. But yeah, JDG under a shooting
Freaks
squad
are
here
just
of the Freaks players, Cold down,
dominating. But Tanvu and Duck Juice are still alive, so...
Just shuts down. More and more kills stacking up between the two. It's going to be Tanvu, spots out Salute, gets him low, finally gets the last tap in. This is the Expendables with some circle control, now down into a 2v2. Can the Expendables fight this one out, or can we see the Freaks, with the control that they've had in the south, firefighting their way across the bridge, take the victory?
1,000 damage for Tanvu in this game already, looking to do more. DL gonna just quietly sneak in towards the middle of the circle, try to lock down this positioning. He's got a little bit of a hillside there in front of him, so the Expendables may have to cross in front of that to get
Shrimsy is annoyed.
Heaven down on the other side. So one player from the Expendables, Tanvu, does have to make a move. Are the Freaks going to be able to punish him when he does, and is Duck Juice going to be able to respond? Those are kind of the big questions I have going right now.
I mean, Heaven knows exactly where Duck Juice is. Look at how slow he's creeping up over there. Duck Juice, does he know where DL is? Bob saying head can pop up and instantly pop his head at any moment. Tanvu not even in the safe zone yet. Has to figure out how he wants to do this. Everybody in the Freaks down on their bellies, and he's trying to see if he can use this little bit of high ground, but just the way that we can see the Freaks creeping in, they're using some small dips on the hillside, denying anything for Tanvu to spot.
That should be advantage Freaks in a fight. You know, they should be able to be the ones who see it first. It just depends. Backpacks off. Makes a ton of sense here with the grass. It is going to reduce the ability for the Expendables to see this. Tanvu going to be making his move. I think he's got a few hay bales up here he can get to. It's just a matter of does DL hear this? And is he able to do anything about it? Tanvu getting aggressive. He was looking for info using that. That was a nice jump there. Got a decent peek. I'm not sure if he saw DL.
No, he was looking to the right the moment we saw DL's head shift in. And Tanvu creeps back out. Now he's going to drop down. And it is still just anyone's game. Duck Juice, the only man standing. Well, I say that Tanvu's now up and active again. This is a very active Expendables on the hunt for snakes. Can we spot out DL? Peeks around, and it's going to be DL that spots out Tanvu. It is a 2v1.
They have a good idea of where Duck Juice is.
It's going to be DL with the center spot. Haven on a pincer point around you. You've got to fight this one out. It's going to be hard.
Boom, the shot's coming out.
He reveals his position, though. DL's going to respond. Does a ton of damage. Heaven
boom. There we go. Freaks.
For the DN Freaks.
So Freaks are through. Navi is through already. We're only 2 games in right now.
2 squads just scrapping from the get-go. And, of course, just racking up so many kills. That is one of the highest kill count games for the last 2 squads I've seen in a while.
Dude, that was an absolute banger for both of those teams. But the Expendables
have all of the information that we have. And that's kind of where the Falcons fell into that. You have to assume
skip a minute and a half in.
Taking shots at you on your approach from the hillside. Oh, obviously that compound's taken, right?
Exactly. It's
oh my god, I forgot that I haven't watched Game 3 of the World Series yet either. I haven't watched the highlights back.
As they like to go more east.
I am behind.
Genji gonna have full control over the terminal space. Nobody within spitting distance of them as Petrichor Road goes to Buksanza on this map. You know, there's no Twisted, there's no 17 here. So this is a really nice start, potentially for Genji. We'll have to see if they can recover from not the best game. We'll just have to see if they can continue to have some success. Like the first game looked great, 14 points, and then they kind of bottom out there in the second game. So this also is not going to happen. I was kind of curious about this Palace fight, but Alcazia actually went Songam. So going down to the city whose name means Pine Tree Rock. That's what Songam means, in case you were curious. I learned this.
You just shut down my brain, because now I'm trying to figure out where's the rock.
Where's the pine trees?
Where are the pine trees?
I don't know.
Why have you done this to me?
This is when I was going over all of the names of stuff on this map with my Korean teacher, because I just wanted to know, and I was like thinking about that, and I was like, are there pine trees down there? There must be some.
There's got to be something, right?
Pine trees? All around.
It bothered me too, for what it's worth.
I'm not surprised that Al-Qadsiya is not going to any committed hot drops. The first couple of games, not the best, but it's a squad that we know that rallied very well during the group stage. We might be able to see that happen. But, you know, I want to know about what's going on with the Freaks right now. Heaven, what you got for me?
Hi guys, it's Bella. I'm standing with DM Freaks' Heaven. Well, you had to cut your PGS 9 journey short, but things are looking better here already. What was it that you guys decided to do differently this time? Was it the mentality or was it a break that you needed? PGS 9 여정을 좀 아쉽게 빨리 끝냈지만 이번에는 훨씬 더 편안하게 좀 분위기 전환에 성공하셨어요. 이번 대회에서는 좀 어떻게 차별점을 두고 경기를 풀었는지, 좀 멘탈이었을까요? 아니면 그냥 휴식이 좀 필요했던 걸까요?
일단 휴식이 필요했던 것도 맞고, 저희가 이번에 9을 떨어지면서 좀 경각심을 가지고 하게 돼서 그 부분이 제일 크게 작용했던 것 같아요.
I mean, like, a break was very much needed, but it was that we didn't make it to the finals for PGS 9. It kind of woke us up, and I think that's been paying off for us. All right, thank you. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Best of luck to DN Freaks in the finals. 안녕.
안녕.
Yeah, just a really impressive performance here from him.
Hagatori, 3,695 damage. Salute has had 3,400.
She's got to like liven these players up a bit. Look, we've got Duck Juice.
What do you mean? The Freaks aren't just super serious all the time, 9 times out of 10?
You know, they're actually pretty lighthearted usually. But the vibe was weird during 9 when I would talk to them. Something was off with them, and obviously they didn't qualify. Even before they didn't qualify for the grand finals for 9, something was just a little bit off. So it seems like the reset has worked a treat. They're right back to what you would expect from the Freaks.
Okay, some circle updates for you guys. It is going to be Navi.
Chewy took a lot of damage from Ferris there, actually.
Southwest of center.
Hit him with 2 or 3 bullets.
Jin G. Falcons are running a 2-1-1 pretty wide. Pretty much control of the center dot. Mission ready, regrouping on the peninsula just to the north of them. Buriram pretty close to Shipyard. Freaks are going to be still inside the circle, but just barely over on the other island to the west. Teams that are going to have to be rotating in on this one are going to be still JDG, the Expendables, Slam, VP, Al-Qadsiya, and Irina.
Well, this plane is actually giving some pretty good information over. Ferris doing a good job scouting things out for his team. That's going to potentially set up Hagatori. They might understand that Ixleft is all alone on one side of the road, AZ on the other, based on the shots that were ringing out. Mingming gets caught in transition. That was a buggy. That was a dangerous moment there, potentially. Not sure what the angle looked like for Navi, but Petrichor Road is just going to group up and solidify and just say, okay, this is as close to the center as we've gotten. We're not going to give this up easily.
Ixleft actually hopped in a vehicle. Are they just trying to position it to where it's safer? Looks like it. Oh, Susie. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all good.
Respect. I mean, that was like a nice, solid, what, 720?
Yeah, looked like it. This is less good.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if those tires are touching the water. Oh, they can bump him though.
Oh my God, December 12th.
That is great. That is great stuff right there.
Fully planned. They specifically left the car with like the more angular front, so that way they could push him up the side, right? Right?
Yeah.
What a play by December 12th there.
All according to plan. No doubt about it. I think this is a wise move here from Navi. You had an opportunity there momentarily to maybe get a punish onto Petrichor Road. The opportunity did not present itself, so let's just go more central.
Al-Qadsiya, you better be careful. You got Jacob that's getting pretty close to you in rotate. And we do have a red zone that's on top of mission ready. That's keeping everything pretty calm. You can see Petrichor Road still just trying to defend in, make sure that Navi doesn't get too close. Means that Navi is going to be getting pretty close to Jin G. Kind of bump into each other, but here's that Irina as Al-Qadsiya is going to be passing right next to them. The other duo for Irina going to be tailing back behind this. So remember, this is going to be around Airport Field, so pretty open.
Yeah, there was a moment here when I was looking at the mini-map where I thought, oh boy, Alcazia might be driving into the front two players of E-Arena with two trailing behind them. They could get flanked, but they just narrowly avoid the position of the lead two players. That's going to be the end of the glider for Fairest. So up to the top of the Park Mountain, just trying to
pour one out for Glider. I mean, Glider Bro did so much work.
Our Glider Bros, they're the real heroes.
No, take so much damage for everybody, give you so much information. Petrichor Road wishes they had a Glider right now.
They play center circle, so they don't get access to gliders on this map.
This is true, but they have a rock and some form of safety to work with right now. Playing in the lower sections of this hillside does provide some protection for now. They've got the Expendables that are going to be in terminal just to the west of them, and of course Na'Vi, where it's going to be Eggslift kind of juking up around them. Jinji is pretty separated in there too.
What's going on?
Though they've got to be extremely cautious, specifically moving them out.
Yeah, I've been talking.
Well, Bagel just hunting for anything they can find.
I've been talking. I hopped in Discord with them to talk about possibly casting some CS:GO and stuff tomorrow.
Could be a nice pickup for the later stages of the game as Forest just looking for those crates.
Should be fine.
Don't get punished for it. That is
I should probably message Jack. She keeps on asking to say hello to you, but you keep on being like super far away.
Not going to be the case, as we can see right now. 4 a.m. 2-2 split in the middle, so it should be getting into the later stages of this game, you would think.
So looking at this circle, we've got the, I guess, river, the dried riverbed that's cutting through about half of the circle on the main island itself, or the main section of the peninsula that sticks out.
Where'd you go?
The island up to the west, northwest, still has some stuff in it, most notably Yongchun, where we still see Freaks at. No rush for them to really get out of position. So most of our teams are opted into the western side of where that dried riverbed is going to be cutting through. Over in the east, we do have Alcazia that just mostly due to desperation. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why they opted.
You can't hear
Maybe they'll get lucky with the circle, but Eggslift spots out, extends, a bit extended away from the rest of his squad right now.
See, look.
His position replaced by Sosa.
She popped in immediately because she wanted to say hi to you.
That's Eggslift has been out here for a while. Not sure if they just didn't spot him or what happened. The first kill of the match is going to go over towards the superstar from China who makes his reappearance at PGS.
Wait,
that is a nice pickup for Petrichor Road, who had a rough airing to say the least.
Well, most notably, it weakens Na'Vi, who is one of the closest threats, and we know Na'Vi has just wrecking.
It's okay. At some point,
now, so anything you can do to weaken them up. It's going to be
honestly, I couldn't tell you. He just hopped in my car one day, and it's just been rough since then.
So accurate. It's okay. At some point, I'm gonna get her a PC and stuff too, and then we'll be able to play games and everything too. And then we'll be able to cause her trouble.
Yeah, it just seems like
with whoever we're playing with.
That Petrichor Road wants to take early center circle is getting picked apart and punished.
Yeah, we didn't end up with a kid. And right now, I don't have any plans for that.
Just says, no thanks. We're good. We're gonna take this point, and you're gonna leave.
Because this economy sucks, and so doesn't this world a little bit right now. A little bit. The fact that kids are weaponizing AI against their friends, you know.
This is another team getting punished for early splits. Center circle. Bean just has to leave. Was just looking to see if there was any opportunity to maybe get a punish in, but 4 a.m. not going to offer.
Sam's gonna work on more Halloween
very
stuff.
Happy with their spot, and Atungmu's
I saw that you got all the little booze done.
Yeah, I just finished the last one. I sent a message to Riley, see if she likes them. If not, I will do them again.
This is a very strong compound. The arena's opted into it very early, so there is some strengths to be
had. That would be awful if you had to do them again.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than what people make it look like, and all those little nips are like different sizes, so it's hard.
Yeah, I should have memorized the size of the one I wanted. Really studied it.
Oh well, too late.
Yep.
They've got their eyes set on terminal.
I mean, honestly, you can kind of tell which one's the blue one.
Oh, perfect. That's the only one I care about.
I'm gonna see if I can.
Where we saw Na'Vi earlier, they've already gotten down off the top of it. Red zone.
Maybe get some scissors
near
and
Genji
cut up
territory.
tissue a little bit
Western
more.
Focused on the terminal as well.
Yeah.
But Gen G should be a-okay. Another
like a third
change in
layer.
direction here.
Speaking of which, because I just said the PC thing,
just trying to find some way to get into this next
I gotta figure out, or well, you gotta figure out what desk you want and everything, and share and kind of send them to me.
Really get in some good practice.
Because I want to
especially with these new
get that
players,
ordered here soon.
Play out some games, weren't super, interested in the hot drop necessarily.
Well, it sucks because we did.
Yeah, I just mean, like, I don't want to wait till the absolute last second, because I don't know how long it might take for them to deliver. Not that it actually really matters, now that I think about it, because you don't have the PC.
Same gusto that we saw. Of course, securing a lot of points in the very first
So,
game of your first group stage feels good, and that's what
What?
I was using with momentum. Now we're gonna
Yeah, do you want a U-shaped desk, or did you want, like, just a bigger L shape or something?
Probably just an L shape.
Trying to
since
get
my
them in the
room
right
is
mentality
smaller
to
than
keep.
this one.
Yeah, you don't want the full U. You want, like, an L.
All that stuff.
Maybe still try and get, like, a longer desk on one side, though.
Keeping that mental strong is so.
Because technically, this desk would end right here.
Quite a bit of space on the southern edge
for like a normal L shape, babe.
About to end phase 3.
It would end like right here and over.
So it's that tall, flat mountain.
I can try and make sure that we
make up the majority of this circle. Falcons already trying to set up a 2-2.
What?
Being on top of this mountain really is pretty challenging because if
well, I feel like you didn't think you were going to be up here very long. Okay, Jax will probably just be back in a second, talk to you for a second, and then you'll...
Pretty close to it. Forrest gets a good sight line onto Aches left. Tries to juke between it.
What a solution.
Remember, this is just going to be south of Terminal, so this is not going to be inside the zone. VP is
what?
going to be wrapping right back behind Petrichor Road, making it even more problematic. So Forrest not going to be resting on really anything for too long. I think that they're going to use this opportunity. Are they just going to go to the top of the hill and continue forward? If they continue on their rampage around that corner, Nixie could spot them out. Nope, they're going to stop, go for the high ground, see if they can secure some of those kills. But it's going to be hard to kind of juke the bullets in between those two rocks.
Yeah, and you've got Virtus Pro, who's able to put some damage down as they try to go for these peaks. So might need a smoke to make that angle to go. Meanwhile, Alcadzia drives up to one of the parts of this park, and they've at least got a foothold underneath the revive station where the Falcons have planted themselves quite firmly. Oh, and look who it is. It's the Expendables. They're finding Nox. Navi getting involved on the Forest.
And poor Ming Ming, he's just left behind. Spots Aches left just running. It's like, hey, I just
ran. Does have Aches left back, though.
Scappy not going to let it go. Forrest sees an opportunity, and they just instantly pounce on it. Are we going to see VP go for it as well? Because they are so close. Correxy has spied out Kiss, gets the knock onto him, and this is just turning into a problem for everybody. VP already has a foothold inside the circle. So
not a single team down yet, though.
These other squads. It's going to be big. Nixie peeking around, but no, Baron gets the drop, goes for the peek around, and do manage to take down and flush him.
And Nixie there did quite a bit of damage despite the level 3 gear and level 3 gun for Baron. But Baron had the confidence to go for the Nixie was thinking about a retreat.
You have no use for them.
Vehicle not in good shape there.
I mean, I probably do. I have a lot of things. I think it's fine to look for one with or without drawers because you can always get like some of the compact shelves if he really wanted those. So that would be easy enough to kind of do.
Other sections for both VP and Forrest are right on top of each other. Feels like Forrest does have some momentum in this. Ming Ming kind of beneficiary off of this. That's going to be VP now to focus in, keep an eye on him, while also dealing with the other section of Force up to the north. Scappy down for the time being, but are we going to see reinforcements? Looks like maybe Kiss might go for him.
Don't forget about the Expendables in the terminal. They could still pounce onto this fight potentially. Virtus Pro trying to see if they could get in towards Forest and punish them a little bit, but Forest has just chosen violence this game. I like it. A little bit of a talk seemingly during our extended break to say, hey, we're doing good with the fragging. Let's just go for that a bit, especially if we're on edge. Ming Ming just stuck in the blue. Circle again. Hard shifts down to the south. So 4AM's compound going to be really nice. Alcadzia in a tricky position if they end up having to go down that hill. It's quite a awkward spot to be in, especially if your vehicles are not in the best of shape. Gen G going wide west.
I mean, this is going to be hard. So Death Funnel could potentially be happening up to the north around where we see Tickleton's position at. Mission Ready being a more bit more brazen up on this hill.
Yeah, but this I'm specifically talking about for your
Tickleton on one side of it. They
birthday, or not your birthday, your
my birthday, are you
for Christmas.
Burram still going to be chasing just
because we already talked about what we were getting each other for Christmas. That way we could get Christmas all figured out this year. So that's what I'm going to be getting you for Christmas, and then I can worry about everything else afterwards. And like we can worry about like.
was trying to keep an eye on what was going on with the Falcons, so they aren't too ready for this smoke's already coming down. Can they stall this out?
Because if we can get you a PC, once we get you the PC, we can kind of figure out the kills and stuff afterwards.
On the other side of the hill from Bird.
A lot.
Now you're surrounded here as Al-Qadsia, but the good news is teams have angles onto these hillsides, and they're doing damage. The Expendables losing players, Burram losing players. This is a really tough rotate.
I'd save over 1,000.
So much of these hillsides are exposed to the southern part of the circle because it's such a long,
like I don't know what to tell you. Do you want like
aren't that steep? It doesn't offer you
what kind of PC do you want? Like a really good one, or like?
Oh, it's just a matter of how badly do they want to do damage to Burram. The way the Expendables have been playing, they know that somebody's high ground above them, so they don't want to go too ham on this one. We've still got a couple of outlier squads that are keeping an eye on, of course, VP and
over
Force still
3,000.
fighting, not yet inside the circle,
but I wanted to get like crazy good because I wanted it to last for a really long time.
This is awkward here.
Yeah.
Luca Rux has been taken out. It's going to be Gen G who claims that point. Beat me out in the open. Olympus. Gonna want that spray
if that's what you want.
And he's just reloading and going for the finish.
Right.
And that is nice for Forrest.
This is what they changed their website.
Nearly, doubling their point total in this one, just with kills alone, but down to just Olympus, who's trying to figure out what the hell he can do, and saying, hey, are there more meds out here? I love those, and maybe a helmet would be nice too.
He could wrap maybe to where we saw
him
playing from
I'm double checking, because this one can tend to be higher end PCs, which you don't necessarily need.
Heaven drops it on top of him. Spaceman Cole's
Is this all you have
got the angle.
right
Human
now?
instantly rolling right up next to this shack. And it's going to be punished a bit on the approach. Suze does manage to take down DL, but JDG goes down. Guman goes down. It's going to be Al-Qadsia as well as the Falcons. Double up firing line right on top of the Freaks.
Yeah, just not much left for the Freaks to work with on this western edge, so had to go for the points where they could. And good news for them is they found
SSD,
quite a few in terms of the kills.
DDR5,
at least a couple, it looks like, although
i5,
only one going over to the Freaks there. Thought maybe they'd get an extra,
liquid
but
cooled.
some of them must have got stolen in transition. Is looking to try to get to Guman, but yeah, everybody's watching this.
Even if you get the res, you have to deal with the Falcons, Al-Qadsia, and TE gatekeeping. Navi just to the south of you.
Something that's
Gen G
not
is trying to gatekeep out Navi. I mean, Freaks, this is doom. If you can somehow survive this, absolute kudos to you guys. To the southeast, as an update, we do have Begapa as well as Slam that needs to rotate into the circle, and that's going to be very close to 4 angry men. Gen G also looks like they're getting up pretty close to the Expendables. That could be its own firefight about to brew. And here's some just for fun
1,500.
I'm doing a good job
and
navigating.
You'd be able to get
Glorious does drop it on top of you.
That is crazy close range for those mortars. That might be mid-range. That is nice
I don't know. We never really talked about it.
They are starting to hemorrhage players here and there, taking quite a bit of damage. Begapa on the run. This is before
well, that was the whole thing. I think we were like getting ready to really get you a PC and everything, and then Vegas came up. I think that's what happened.
Coming through, but Begapa down and out. Bucks maybe resable, a couple of shots. High ground coming from Raw. Jacob, though, he snuck up on this. This is great timing for E-Arena if they time this right. Slam also just to the south, right below Jacob. They're going to be shooting in the
I'm looking at Corsair right now because
mission ready. Got to be careful because there's going to be 2 squads that are coming after you real fast.
1,500 to 2,500.
Lyrics is up grabbing loot from crates. You're going to lose Jacob trying to punish MRIA. He had to have realized Slam was over there. They were making noise. They were taking shots.
Because I think I'd rather get you.
So at least damage
we want to try and get you an Intel
a little bit longer, but this is not a great position for a
processor.
And they know it.
Okay, just gonna have to send it and see what they can get.
This Vengeance is an i5, and I don't really want an i5 for you. I'd really prefer an i7 for you.
Gen G looks like they're
this
trying
is
to
an
creep in
Ultra
against
7.
the
That's
Expendables throwables,
25. That
one's
one's an i7, but it's
Gen G better be careful. Tongmu kind of keeps sneaking over here, and
700.
the Expendables have been dealing with Alcazia for a while, and he peeks around. Yeah, I was gonna say. Tanvu gets a knock on to D, so that's going to slow that down a bit more. If anything, that opens up more pathing for Gen G, but there's a Tongmu back behind Gen G, so now they have to run for cover.
Yeah, this is the luxury here for 4AM, having 4 up, having Southern control of this compound. They can fan players out to look for third
a little bit more, and I got to talk to some people about, like,
there up on the other side, but
good GC.
Just throwing out the smokes, trying to buy time, trying to wait this out, maybe turning their attention back to the south, seeing if they can deal with 4AM, but this is scary now because you've kind of poked the bee's nest that is the Expendables, and they will just turn on fight on you on a dime.
The only benefit that Gen G has
because I haven't been paying attention to what's good or bad.
Ground positioning. Dosi sneaking around the Expendables Glorious. He's got goals, and that goal's going to be rolling it right next to Flame. Does he even expect this to be coming through? It's going to stop off. The explosion is at least going to take down Flame. Vehicle wreckage just sends everything out into the blue. Gen G trapped on this hillside now in a long wrap ahead of them.
A couple C4s being thrown in there. And
Falcon's still alive.
To respond, maybe with some frags of their own. Tosi at least thinking about it. Great use of various utility here. There's still a Panzer I see in the Expendables' hands.
The big problem with this is Gen G has lost all rotate options for the time being. The Expendables use the distraction. They're running in. Alcazia's Roth was trying to see if he could eye what was going on with Buriram, and that's going to open up the Expendables just running in, of course. Opening it up, it's going to be Tanvu. Quick double up. He's taking a lot of damage. Also lost one of his teammates, trying to see if he can at least get the cover. 4 Angry Men spots that. They're going to be chasing and tail back behind this. Alcazia, here's the firefight. They're trying to shift in back behind the Expendables while Gen G is trying to do the exact same thing. Tanvu alive for now, but multiple teams converging on his location.
I don't know how he gets away with it. Sometimes he is just so wily. They're throwing grenades at him. That one, right behind him, almost got the knock. He's going to retreat back to the safety of the smoke in the hillside. Trying to hang on a bit longer here for the Expendables. 4AM just creeping their way forward, though.
Well, you can see that it's just setting off a chain of dominoes. Now Gen G can't go in there. Alcazia can't go. It's all based off of Tanvu staying alive. Gen G tries to backstab onto the high ground position, but Tanvu's still clinging to life. 4 Angry Men being loud down here, can't seem to manage to find him out. Long's playing distance on this, not spotting too much. Finally, a Tongmu spots out Tanvu, finishes that. Now 4 Angry Men have a gatekeep option onto what's going to be going on with Alcazia Gen G, which has been a slow burn.
Yeah, Gen G here crumbling. Now the 4AM showed up to the party. Shen there can't quite find Roth. Can see the backpack, can't find the angle. Finally going to be afforded it. Roth down, flushed. Alcazia is going to wipe out Gen G, but they are hemorrhaging players quick.
This is so hard to defend from the amount of angles that they had to set up for Gen G. 4 Angry Men exploiting it at the perfect time. Tickleton, the last one up for the Falcons, playing the lower sections. Rello's been spotted. Tongmu just continuing to pump up those numbers.
Cowboy.
It's going to be a good crossfire setup before Alcazia goes down.
Man, for a second there, I thought maybe Cowboy had something in him. As mission ready, he's doing a great
7
job.
kills for Alcazia, not too bad.
It's actually Longs from 4AM who finds that kill on a Mogor. So Gats almost bleeds out. But
I send you to Corsair because that's what my PC is. But my PC was also bought in the middle of the GPU hike and everything, and a lot of shit was crazy, and it looks like it's calmed down a little bit.
Just looking for any heads to pop.
I want to spend
Respect to
$6,000.
Mission Ready. They were playing a pretty open dip and getting harassed by a lot of different angles, and they've been holding down for a long time.
But why not?
Arena used the distraction.
I mean, you could. That's like
a better position for this new circle. Before Angry Men, they can.
7,000.
Yeah, those are like crazy PCs, and they're really good.
That'll last me forever.
The $1,500 PC only has an i5 in it, so we might be able to get a similar one with an i7 in it.
My only concern is
and then now they're going to have to start
if it's
dealing
able
with
to run
Longs
all
who's
of my
stretching it
Sims
closer and
4
closer by the moment. Tickleton
I
is
can
in the
tell
circle,
you,
but he can't
any
get
of
too
these
active.
computers
Back
can.
There's a full squad and 4 Angry Men
I
so
don't care how
close.
much
They're
it
gonna
well, as long
they're gonna
I
try
don't care
to
how much it
punish
costs,
this.
though.
They
Right.
As long
realize
as it
that
can do
he's
Sims
probably
4,
alone.
I'm great.
Probably done good
I'm
counter
gonna
tracking. That's a
be
great
driving.
preemptive grenade.
So the only
Tickleton
problem is
trying
an
to find
i5
some way
may
to do some
stop
damage to
working
slow up
a
4Am's
lot
roll.
sooner,
They're just
but there's
gonna
also
let loose
newer
some utility
i5s.
of their own.
It's
A blue
weird.
zone grenade
It's
right
something that
outside
you
the scope
probably
of this
don't
shack.
fully understand
enough
when I'm
that
saying
Tickleton
i5 and
can hide
everything.
in it at the
No,
very
not
least. So he's thinking about a grenade. He's
think about
probably, I think, waiting for sound cues here, then gonna let loose.
Four Angry Men don't know how many are over here.
Yeah, that's fine. There's I9s and stuff at this point, though, so it's old. But they made newer versions of it, but it's still just not as good for the most part, but it's better than other ones.
They're too low on the hillside. They don't have the sight lines. The smokes are set up. The timing just a bit too short, but they know they've got to pursue this. E-Arena just comfortably chilling in the low ground, watching it all, content.
They've got two different AWMs there, so all of these
I'll talk to some people and
into the backstab here, but Gats can't control it long enough. A spin from Longs. Bizzler with the trade, but he's the only one alive for MRIA.
So,
and he's taking a ton of damage. He's out. So high ground.
Like the GPUs in these are insane. They're more than what you need, but it's the CPUs that I feel like are kind of behind a little bit.
On almost all of the circle, except for exactly where 4 Angry Men are at,
and all that level 3 gear in their hands.
So 50-60 or 50-70 is what I was looking at for you. Leaning a little bit more towards the 50-70, but you also don't need a 50-70.
What about one?
Remember that they pushed up the top of the hillside where we just saw
again,
you
can get whatever you want, but I was thinking of getting you the Vengeance i7-600.
Over and over to deny
It was the one I was leaning towards the most, but I also want to talk to people.
Right now. There was a lot of utility up on that hill, but remember that firefight happened for so long. So E-Arena has everything that they can really navigate in this lower section.
If that i5 and the 50-60 is going to be really good. The fact that these are all 50-60s and above is already crazy enough. I have a 3080 and I still run games just fine.
Yeah, there you go. Try to find
the higher the number right at the very beginning, the better.
Lyrics on his own, that's going to be the direction they head.
So I have a 3080. And there's a 40 series as well, so you're way fucking right, exactly.
Can't open something up, but it's not inside.
But the i5 is technically older than mine. But that's just because it's an i5.
He's got a new tool to work with. Is he gonna be bold? Step against the sniper, but it goes wide.
Chen, an opportunity here. Oh, Lyrics! Oh my God, he turned around. I thought he was dead to rights, but you're gonna get the spot onto Opans. He did get loose, so now it's a 1v2 here for Shen.
It's at least contained around the rock in some fashion for right now. Opans playing the other side is going to be able to harass, so it's all going to be on how Shin opts into playing this. Oh, the Molotovs don't connect the way Shin wants. If he goes for the peak high, he knows he has to go against Opans, but he can't get the damage that he wants. Shin trapped up against this rock, but doesn't have to move yet. Blue zone still collapsing in. We're not even at circle 9. Wants this. Shin, if he can hit the knock onto Opans, maybe can make something happen.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that there's any world where Opans gives him that opportunity. They know they've got Shen trapped, and there is not much he can do in this spot. It is just a crate, but again, the AWM for Opans is going to be so dangerous for Shen to peek against. I don't know if he can get a stun that far. They're going to try to kill him with the deployable cover, see if they get lucky.
I was hoping that the deadly Doritos would come down, but E-Arena takes a victory after a solid control. Big plays coming out from 4 Angry Men to try to make something happen in a very hard situation, though.
Well, a huge kill game for 4 Angry Men, and they really needed that injection of life to find themselves in another grand final. So a great game from them. E-Arena, that early game split ended up working out. You know, they lost Jacob early, and after that, they just said, "Oops, never mind. We're going north." That's their space up there.
Well, they knew where that strong compound was to play from, and I was a bit worried about E-Arena for a while. Whenever they could get collapsed on by multiple teams, they had to even run next to Mission Ready in that open field. But running up against them, they found a position to play for the later stages, and boy, did they exploit it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Do you need medical attention?
No.
It's time to follow the White Rabbit as they walk away with a chicken dinner for E-Arena. We recently saw Opans rise to sort of a glorious status with some of his grenade plays recently. This endgame, the patience to take on this fight against 4AM. What a fun match.
Yeah, and a match of utility, right?
Yes.
So much utility. You have your foldable shields as well, working out really good here for Mission Ready. And I was saying in the green room, this is a qualifying game for them. If they can defend this eastern side, they could potentially lock this win down. Still a decent amount of points. I think they're going to have double digits in this one.
Yeah, I think Mission Ready, Mission Ready looks like a totally different team so far. But that has been the story of PGS 10 so far in the group stages, is teams who dropped the ball so much in PGS 9, but also teams that had new players, that had young pedigrees, that are being developed and are showing up here only one event later.
That's going to be something funny to look at. How many of the teams that didn't make last finals at PGS 9, how many of those are going to be making the finals here? But E-Arena stepping up to this one here. One of our big name teams here. These guys have been through and through it for years, right? And it's a team that we're expecting to be in there. Salute laughing. Oh, look at that. The eyebrows on Tickleton.
I know E-Arena walked with 9th place at PGS 9. I think that they were saying we want to improve that. We want to do a little bit better. We're seeing some good team play out of them. I got to be honest, though. How they dodged those 3 Molotovs is beyond me.
He was in a little bit of a copy.
That's not awful.
36 yards range out of there.
So that pre-built, the $1,500 one, if we really went through and like got everything ourselves, it would be $1,409, and then we'd have to assemble it and everything, so you'd be paying $90 for the assembly to be done and ready. Right, so it'd kind of be worth it to just get the pre-built for that.
They actually have a small path in between all the teams. They got into that a little bit quite early on here.
Yeah,
but I guarantee you, if you
I don't know if there's a way to like create a custom PC.
In my perspective, they could have been in a situation where they could push Slam T or got that kind of finished earlier and not lost as many guys. They were down to a 2-man. Vox got knocked by the arm. If they had a 3-man, they had been potentially alive for longer here. But 13 kills for 4AM, man. They were just insane.
This is a big change for 4AM, right? So when you kind of track their year, right? This is a big event. No God V here. They're sort of trying out this new roster.
Sure.
They struggled to make the grand finals at PGS 9. They just barely made the cutoff. Then we get to the actual grand finals. They end up fighting into the top 5, and now they're getting these consistent performances with kills and damage.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking really good. It's Roth though for Alcacia.
Oh, you did.
5 kills.
I put a dot.
I'm super happy to see him in here. They need the points. They need to get in there. We need to see them in that finals again.
You just type Pokemon.
So young.
Yeah.
Such a kind of upcoming team.
What a shocker.
I've not paid attention to this too much, but at the same time, I still kind of know what's going on.
My goat. My absolute goat.
Okay. So looking at the circle, Chow 10. Interestingly, H-Win doing a long drop is going to be center of the circle.
Yeah, so again, you know, the Falcons are going to have themselves a position in the early game.
You
it
think
looks
so?
like that they're going to be able to
Can we get this
play
in
from. It's
white?
just a matter of what can they garner out of that spot. You know, they've had a couple of looks in these games here early, and they haven't been able to necessarily capitalize the way they'd probably want.
Sorry.
Well,
just leaned out.
they have the case in white. Is the thing.
If you get close enough, I will come after
So I just want to be able to
scythe.
order it in
Looks
white.
cool.
It really does.
It's a sickle. It's a sickle.
A sickle. Yeah, I always scythe. Scythe just sounds.
Say sickle.
Same thing. Just one's longer than the other one.
Exactly.
E-Arena, though, how you guys doing? Feeling pretty good right now. Up in the 15th after a couple of very solid games to kick off everything. I mean, you were talking about having faith in them and their performances based off of what I do not know, given the fact that 9 felt a bit weak on their side.
Well, they've got good macro. They've got Nurens there, who's been around for so long in PUBG esports. I feel like that's a team that, you know, if you get Opans and Jacob really fired up, then you can do some serious damage. And that was, you know, Opans in that game, you know, he was so touted for the grenades he was throwing in PGS 9. Now he's getting it done, you know, in the rifling too.
I mean, Opans definitely been popping off. Looking out at the circle, nothing real crazy happening right now. Begapa doing a bit of a regroup in this, trying to get up into the northeastern area of the circle. Could put them next to JDG. Pretty chill right now, but we do have ourselves a Boostic interview, I believe. I'm excited for this one.
Ну, первый PGS мы сыграли не очень, потому что было слишком много эмоций. Но сейчас уже мне очень понравилось. сейчас уже намного лучше. Я думаю, да,
Why'd you
потому
do
что мы
butt?
провели работу над ошибками, разобрали все наши игры. Уже нету столько волнения, эмоций,
I
как
knew
было на
that's why you did it.
PGS 9, поэтому, да, думаю, сможем. Я думаю, причина была в том, что мы неопытные. Мы приехали на наш первый лан, только встретились друг с другом, поэтому было тяжело сразу же сфокусироваться и настроиться на такую игру, но сейчас будет лучше.
Solid points all around. I mean, it's hard to build up synergy first time meeting some of the guys, right?
True. Very true. It is a whole different animal, being on LAN versus being online, kind of meeting your friends and that you've been playing with for a while. Or
Yeah.
Just having to room with them in some cases.
Oh, that is the one that can
Graphics
really
cards
make
are
things
so
uncomfortable
much
real
better
fast.
now.
It's been the ruin of a few squads.
Yeah, you never know what you're,
When I was
one
buying
leader's
my
habits,
computer,
roommate are gonna be
graphics
like, and
cards
things
were
like
as
that.
much as
So,
a computer themselves.
Alcadzia,
So
oh boy.
you
Well,
getting a
Blue
computer
Crocs
now
just
is
caught out in the open again. It's Forest
easier.
Gaming fighting early.
Alcadzia retreating off a position. No big shock on that one. We see them run very wide splits pretty early, so should be able to regroup with themselves somewhat, but they have to be careful. Gingy's going to be pretty close. So
Yeah,
we
Justin
have seen
messaged
this
me.
similar circle a couple of times
I
on the
messaged
international
him.
stage, so the squads should be pretty familiar with it off of just a couple of odds that they could have reviewed. So this is going to be one of those, how much homework did you do, really, to see how well you can go for the PowerPoints inside of the circle?
Really do like to look at this one.
Exactly. This is going to come down to a lot of, heat map review, like your access to those priority spots towards where the circles are going to want to drift. Naturally, definitely going to be something you are looking for. So take a look at the point cutoff. 57 was where we were at 9. A little bit higher than
this is the same
our mean,
case as
but
before.
pretty close to what you would kind of expect within the range of averages. As you're looking at teams like Slam that are already at 58, so got to be feeling pretty comfortable about finding their way in towards those grand finals. And Mission ready as well.
Yeah.
They're right in the hunt.
A lot of these are the
if they can have a
same.
couple good more games, then they could find themselves in a grand finals too. Would love to see that, even without Snakers here. That team is playing some pretty nice stuff. I like going back to that game on Erangel in the fields. I thought they played that well, even though they didn't do a ton in terms of like kills and placements. They still got what they could out of a bad situation, and that just shows like the leadership that Michael has there and their understanding of the game.
And shout out for production, giving us the total game counts on the right side there for just a second, so that way you can get an idea. Of course, the squads that have been playing more games, a bit higher on the leaderboard, but gives you the idea on cutoffs. Big game for 4 Angry Men puts them back in a good continuable position for qualification as well. I agree with the desk entirely. What Tothy's talking about. Tonglu's just been popping off and really giving him his squad some opportunities that they found themselves in some more I wouldn't say dangerous positions.
Okay.
And really the firefighting with Tonglu has popped off and really given them some positions that they might not could have gotten elsewise.
Yeah, I mean, he's been bailing them out sometimes. You think a lot towards Shen for being that up close and personal rifler. And it's just been kind of all-around play from a Tongmu right guy in the right place at the right time, who's been able to break things open for them and open up games in big ways. And the way they maneuvered themselves in that last game was really, really nice. I said early in that game that they had this like 2-2 split. It was center circle. It was looking pretty nice to get deep into the game. But the next couple of circles shifted away from them. They actually had to make moves, and they made the most out of them. They were finding some really nice timings, found that backstab onto Genji and the Expendables, and Alcazia's up there, and they just played that so smart and efficiently. Yes, they're gifted a free southern side of that circle to work with, but they played it so nice.
Most of our teams are opting into the lower sections. I would say the low ground sections are the center areas they're going to be playing from. Begapa, Falcons, and Petrichor Roads. Well, half of Petrichor Road are over there, and half of Alcadzia. Interestingly enough, half of Petrichor Road and half of Alcadzia are lined up against each other about 500 meters away from each other. So just destined to hang out next to each other through the entirety of this game, it feels like. Nobody hanging around in the north and
one that I like better because it just has some better components, also has a lot of the other components in the cheaper one.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
With just some small upgrades here and there.
Like when you have the days where Twisted Minds isn't playing, you're like, but where Twisted Minds?
So it's not as worth it.
Yeah. I need to see some mountain goating, or my life is
I don't know.
Enjoyable.
I'm gonna talk to other people.
Looks like they're trying to provide some in one of
I'm gonna
those
ask them if they
sides.
know.
JDG giving some as well. no real shock given the fact of playing the low ground. But if we do see a hard shift, most notably into the north, that's going to make a lot of very hard rotations. So most of the squad's really hoping this plays down into that low ground that they're presently playing from, specifically either into that or the east or south, because there's more pathing. The way that hillside where we see Longs kind of playing around right now, just south of Jiao 10, could cause some issues, specifically in rotation, as we still kind of have a bit of unplayable over in the west.
Yeah, exactly. But that's, you know, again, you're looking at the information that you're gathering before the game in terms of what the circles tend to do, and that's why you're seeing all those teams setting up like you're talking about. They're trying to get ahead of the curve, trying to put themselves in the best positions possible, most likely positions possible, as a flare brightens our skies, brightens our lobbies, and that looks like it's going to be a BRDM. We haven't seen one today.
Oh.
Have we?
Maybe in passing, but they haven't lasted long. Our players are
long enough that it mattered, yeah.
Yeah, our players are starting to figure out how to handle them pretty efficiently.
Well, the Panzer does a pretty good job.
Panzer do a job, right?
Panzer's got a job to do, and knocking out the BRDMs, that's definitely going to be part of it. So a nice pickup here early. To me, it's with the BRDM. Oh, two of them. Chloe's got one as well.
I was going to say, Expendables we saw going for one as well.
Yeah, so this is, with these, for me now, in the PUBG esports realm, I think about them in terms of trying to hold on to them to the very, very late game, like keeping them really safe, so that way all the Panzers and all that stuff have already been expended, so you have a lot more freedom to roam with them, and yeah, just kind of centering up. That's exactly what you expect out of this. That's why so many teams are clustered in this area already, is because kind of have an idea where this one's going to end, and it's just going to come down to a couple shifts here and there to figure out exactly what that looks like. Slam south end.
We'll see.
Grouping up down there underneath Gen G, who's taking some mountainside control to try to lock down the southern edge for themselves.
Jax has any good ideas about who we might be able to ask about PCs and stuff.
Alcadzia kind of doing the same thing. 4 Angry Men regrouping in that high ground position, but most of the squads are still very committed into that lower section. No surprise, it's been a reward so far, so feeling pretty good. Slam is still trying to navigate through all of this with what's going on with Gen G and the lower grounds around him. Rex pretty far ahead. He's going to be able to make landfall. Well, maybe the very end of it's always the scariest spot whenever he hits the ground, but I think he should be fine. The roll on the hillside is going to be enough to deny out sideline angles. Now can the rest of his friends regroup, because here's Gen G continuing their harassment on the tail end of what's happening with Slam. And
Boostic ready to fight.
He just pulled up on that too. He's like, I lit this guy up. I'm going for it.
And double dare you to peek again, bro.
Exactly, and they probably know this is Gen G, which means they probably know that they're pretty well fanned out here. Phase, 1, 2, 3. Gen G is going to be a little bit
Slam
more,
G 58 points right now. They're doing good.
They're looking to put some damage in. Good for Tosi that he's able to get out of there. But man, Boostic just hit some nasty, nasty shots. They're still driving in. They want to try to claim whatever points they can. And Flame, I think, wise to be in a vehicle and be ready to move, because at any moment, if Slam gets an inkling that he's up here on his own, they might just turn.
Tail end shots right on the Rex, but he should be fine. Slam not quite content with just control over the northern side of this cliff facing. Looks like they keep juking around a bit more to the south and east. They've got to be cautious, though, because Alcadzia does have some vision on that. You can see the way that they're playing this lower area. They don't want to relent. Flame also taking a couple of shots just to kind of shoo them away. Saying, okay, you stay to the north, we'll stay to the south, we'll be content. Sorry for taking the shots a second ago. Everything's chill now.
Yeah, please forgive me.
Everything's fine, man. Everything's fine.
Yeah, we're cool. We're chill.
I know, man. I just get a bit hot-headed sometimes.
We're cool, Jerry. This is kind of an awkward position, though, for Flame. If Slam kind of gets a read that he's on his own, they could just kind of pick him off. But for now, it looks like Gen G has good enough cover that it isn't going to be messed with. This is Forest that's over on this western side as well. So they could have a role to play in this fight. As you can see, Scappy on the backside of Gen G, probably Orca? Did he see this? Did he hear this? He did. But he doesn't get the shots to go.
Both sides seem pretty aware of each other, so good retreat from the car, realizing it's going to be naded most likely. Gen G's
well, I feel like the pink one would be more fun than the other one, and the cat matches your headphones.
In the earlier stages.
Yeah, and I think Slam has a little bit more breathing room because they're already above the PGS 9 point threshold.
So it matches our cat.
So if Slam wanted to, I think they could turn their attention to Gen G, who needs to start garnering a few more points. They're not doing too bad right now, but definitely not on pace to get the points that they would kind of be expecting after doing so well in the groups of PGS 9.
Well, it's hard right now because we haven't had much kill feed for these squads to work with. We do go a bit.
You don't want the
north,
strawberry
still
cow?
in that high ground that Ingram's going to be playing from. So low ground
I'm
positioning
not
for
a fan of
Falcons.
strawberry milk.
Petrichor Road being up very strong.
And I don't really like
Slam's going to go ahead and go a bit more centered. There are some hills and some
So
dips
maybe
that you can
regular
play
cow
from,
is the
but
way to go.
This is kind of the approach in the
the
circle.
only
You can see it
difference
flattens out pretty
pink
heavy,
chair
pretty fast. And
has the
Slam, what's your options? As it is going to be
leg rest
VP
thingy
flying up
on
above
it.
it all.
I'm worried
And
for
the regular
VP.
chair
They're going to have a
They're
lot
not
of teams
worth
that are
it.
going to see this emergency drop.
Excuse me.
How do you get down?
I've had
Looks
one.
like they're
I know.
fast.
I loved it.
So far, so good. Actually, this is okay. They got down quick enough.
They just straight nosedive down into this point, and it
Yeah, I don't
is
know.
going to be pretty rewarded.
I feel like you're gonna have to decide that one on your own.
Vulnerabilities to it are going to be from the east and the west, and nobody's really playing those right now. So
hard.
maybe Forest could be a problem for them in the near future. But
Yeah.
for the time being, it's at least
Sounds
enough
like
to
it.
work
Are
on.
you still on
They
their
got down there so quick. That was really nice from VP. Well executed.
I think Corsair
It's gonna be
has
one of those positions where they
the
just
link
have
I
to
sent you has
prone
some
it out
gaming
and try to hold the
chairs
line
and stuff
and
too.
hope that everybody else around them beats each other up and they can get deep into the game.
Yeah, they do.
See if it pays off. Arena.
I think they have
Here, JDG. JDG very spread out
desks and
cold
stuff
right underneath
too.
Jacob, he's got the spot.
I don't know what they
damage
have for
from
desks,
somewhere,
so.
he's got a read on the positioning, and he's doing more.
Oh, Neuron's on the other side. Spots out. Easy pickup on
Their
December 12th. And this is why
desks
we saw
look like
JDG
they are
having to
very
hunker down. Go ahead, flesh out the last guy. Can't let that information get fed over.
you build
No
them.
pop off, and this is the issue. Slam
Yeah, their
rolls
desks
right
very
down
much
into
look like you
VP,
build them.
big
They're not really
pop-off.
a
But
Any
VP,
disk,
before
I
they
get
go
that we're
down
gonna
with
have
their
to
last
build.
breath.
no,
Dixie
like
takes
I
down
mean
two.
like
Slam
really
just said, well, we don't have great
put
positions. We don't want to
together.
fight
I
a
don't
lot
know.
over on this
Also,
southern
those
edge.
Look like
Let's see what we can do against
gas.
VP. We
Yeah.
know they dropped in there. Nurin's getting chunked up by a Molotov. Prones down, throws out the smoke. Spaceman holding the line. Yeah, Suze going for that wrap, looking for the flank angle. Nurin's, I don't know how aware of it is. He's not even turning.
Look at this. We got the glider back behind this.
Most
Opon's
people are
already
just looking
scouted
to
it
have
out. They know
desk
it's
that's
just about making
basically
sure that they
already
can keep
built.
cold as
Yeah, that's
contained
what I
as
was
possible,
saying.
keep Jacob alive, deny out any angles, and wait for
What's
Opon's
with
backstab.
it?
Nurin's going to go ahead and do it himself, though. Cold now down. Spaceman
their
does
chairs
spot out
look
Nurin's.
hecka
Nurin spots out
uncomfortable.
Suze.
What?
Opon's finally
Their
spots
chairs
out
look
Spaceman.
hecka
And it's just a run
uncomfortable.
down into the smoke.
Yeah,
so it's gonna
you'd
be
have
enough.
to
Opon's
probably
clutches it up when he
look
needs
through
to.
Reddit
Just
about
brilliant
their
maneuvering
chairs.
here from
I don't know.
Arena,
Or read the
playing off of
reviews.
each other so well.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's got the extra angle covered, so JDG could never find any purchase in that fight. Delwyn does get taken down here by Na'Vi out in the blue, so extends. Going to be watching to see if there's any
I don't
more
know.
expendables
I just
around.
don't know
this.
what to
You never
look
know with
for
them. Sometimes it's just Delwyn by himself, sometimes it's not.
things for you.
So you got to be pretty diligent, and they're
I'm
reinforcing
gonna go
that
with a
northern
no on
edge,
their
trying to cut
chairs.
off the rest of TE.
See, that's the thing about expendables. I made the joke in the past that like they get stronger the less of them there are. But really, it's just the fact that they go, okay, well now we're just on a damage control game. If you kill one or two of them, suddenly they have those big pop-offs where it's like, okay, we just got to kill everything around us, and that's whenever it gets scary and it can be quite unruly to be next to them. Burrom's going to be next to them to the north. To the south, of course, Na'Vi that we were just looking at a moment ago. The circle does lean into the south. Al-Qazi is going to be on the tail end of it all the way down the south. Genji's going to have a couple of members in. Petrichor Road as well. Burrom taking those harassing shots into Duck Juice. Duck Juice does have his vehicle. He's very low on life, tries to juke it, see if maybe he can use the trees for cover, but now a couple other people are going to start spotting him out, most notably Na'Vi. Where is he going to go?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's pretty unlikely he gets too far. It's too easy for these players. And now, oh, that poor BRDM. It's the perfect gun to have against it is the M249 in a situation like that.
Did you just say poor BRDM?
Maybe. Look.
I mean, it's taking some damage. It's starting to smoke, and they can't. They wanted to use it for cover to go for a res. Instead, they just got to go crates.
Yeah, they realize that right now going for Duck Juice, probably not the best play in terms of maximizing points in this one. You know, they're having a phenomenal day, no doubt about it. Ooh, look at that. Vox grabs an MG3. The Arena, right on the backside of Genji. Orca primed with the Panzer.
Outside the safe zone, Orca pops down Nurin's easy angle on it. Flame jumps out on the other side, though. Picks up one, also goes for the flush. Peeks going a bit awry, though, but it's going to be fine. He peeks it back around, finds another one. Flame just doing work with Orca.
Yeah, great hold here from these two players. The Panzer, perfect. Then the follow-up from Flame on the off angle, not expected by E-Arena. Shifting over to the north, this is 4 a.m. and Buriram trying to contest for this northeastern edge. Not much to work with as you go towards the west, as Bagelpa already claiming the real estate further ahead. So they need to fight this out. It seems like, you know, Buriram trying to play this edge game, trying to play for points. 4AM looking for an entry into the circle, letting a Tongmu hold the line as best as possible.
Just not enough space for this many players, so it's time to start fighting and get what you can get. See, Slam had to deal with Mission Ready, who rolled up pretty close to them.
Yeah.
This is going to be around the center. Gen G is going to use this opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, we did have a lot of struggles with that.
Gotten very close to the Falcons, who do have a compound inside the circle.
Right.
So Buriram not going to go too hot and heavy with it yet, but 4 Angry Men coming off a pretty solid last game might have an idea on exactly where he's at. Nade goes a bit long, so Tongmu's going to have to retreat.
Yeah, but Khan's got the cover fire from the rest of his team, so 4 Angry Men can't fully commit to that fight, despite they know exactly where Khan is prone. So smoke's coming out for Khan, though, as they're trying to see if they can set up, maybe confuse him. No? Okay, I thought for a second there Khan might go for the backstab, but he peels off.
Buriram can't do too much because they also have Navi that's shooting at them.
Let me try and look at how many.
So they are trying to defend from that angle. 4 Angry Men just going to go ahead and leave Buriram to their own devices. New Circle stays pretty centered, so we're leaning fields more and more. The high ground, the compounds, most of the things that people were trying to play from for some form of safety, all going to be gone. Now it's just going to be getting down into the depths where Slam's been hanging out inside those trenches, and everybody's going to have to be making a run for it.
Yeah, this is something the Freaks have been doing a lot more recently, is carrying Panzers into fights when they going into these compounds. They've been putting them to good use. You know, obviously that's kind of easier said than done sometimes, and they have been very, very good at it in the PWS. Good grenade there, lights up kickstart. Shrimzy trying to hold the off angle, but Kick is getting tagged up and he's getting knocked. Heaven holding the line, here comes Shrimzy.
Running through the smoke, trying to see if he can rally something for his squad. There's a Panzerfaust on the other side of it. Shrimzy now down. H1 all alone, and here comes the Panzerfaust on the other side of it from Guman. All by himself, just the smoke to play from. Freaks running in multiple angles he's trying to fend on, doesn't know where it's coming from. The smoke's being its own independent problem. Nobody being able to spot out anyone just yet, but it looks like H1's had an idea on where the approach is going to be coming from. Panzerfaust on both sides, jousting up against each other, but no big peeks. That wall being enough. Who's going to hit the shots? It's H1. Human is down, so Luke goes for a peek, but it's going to be DL coming in with some support, and that's going to be all she wrote for the Falcons.
Yeah, at least taking one with them, but that was really nicely done by Heaven. He picks up 3 of those kills for the Freaks, and now it's long-range shooting. Longs with a barrel from that range somehow gets a kill. That is phenomenal work from him, but Shen is knocked in response there. Baron from Forest going to find it with the headshot from the Dragon. Meanwhile, Gen G has been doing damage to Petrichor Road. I'm pretty sure if my eyes did it to see me, that Flame had a C4 kill onto somebody from Petrichor Road early on in this, drove a car down into their compound to soften them up, and now Petrichor Road trying to fight uphill.
Yeah, this is hard. Mission Ready is taking shots at Gen G. They're trapped on point. Al-Qadsia is taking shots over into Mission Ready. So really, it's just Gen G trying to get more space while Petrichor Road is tail-ending back behind them. 4 Angry Men having to deal with the fact that they're getting shot in the back by Bagelpa, having to deal with the Freaks who are getting more aggressive on them by the moment. Can we see Longs get the damage he needs to stop it? This is one good way to do it. Is he just going to take the shot right into the smokes? He does send it, but it doesn't get what he wants out of it. The rock is going to be enough to provide cover for now, but the nades are starting to bounce closer and closer.
Longs just barely surviving.
Still somehow alive. Longs does have 1 down in DL. Gonna start going for the peaks. The tree gonna be enough, but there's nothing to be had. Just some utility. Bagelpa comes up from back behind. Absolutely putting in the work.
Oh, this is so difficult for Longs, but he has done a phenomenal job. It's actually Bagelpa who takes down Salute here. So Heaven on his own, throwing more grenades. How is he still alive? So many times he has been down to almost no HP, but yeah, Kiss comes in and claims Bagelpa, or excuse me, the Freaks.
Chef's kiss right on top of the Freaks. They know we're for
another nade. Well. Oh, bounces off the tree.
Longs he's going to have the worst tinnitus. It's just more and more explosions. He spots out Forest in their approach, but right now he's still vulnerable. So many different angles. He finally goes down. That has stalled out so many squads as the new circle has popped, and we are looking.
Holy. How many nades did he just survive there? That was crazy.
Extends already has one. The Expendables trying to wrap around the outside. They're having a tough time finding any damage.
Al-Qadsia, they're still alive right now as a 4-man.
That's an easy pick up.
MRIA is still alive. They're at 48 points, actually.
Extends with a drop shot of his own.
That was great from Extends. He was thinking drop shot the whole way.
I mean, this is also gonna be like the end of their days, so they have to get like 5 to 7 points. Not much. Salt, how you doing?
Just on this roaming death squad mission, trying to find more targets, and right now none being afforded to them. Bagel Pot.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, here we go. They love these C4s, and it's Sungjong's turn. Gonna yeet a motorcycle in towards Buriram.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of options, so they're just gonna send right along the line. He's gonna go down. Nice bounce in.
Boom.
Sungjong takes down 2. Can we see the rest coming in? It's going to be Na'Vi taking shots to the backside of Buriram, and it's going to be Bagapa just rolling through, seeing if they can secure whatever kills they can, but it's coming up to be a catastrophe. Just one still up, rolling into Mastion. Nero, no life, does finally secure it, but boy, that was a big cost. Every point being pivotal off this angle, though.
Yeah, the good news for Bagapa is you're in placement points here, so on the edge, had to make a move of some kind.
So, have you already watched these, or? Because I know normally you do watch it live.
Oh boy, to make matters worse, there is the
you did, yeah.
Vehicle, the armored personnel carrier showing up to the party, and oh my God, actually Extends from Na'Vi, bails out Bagelpot, doesn't matter. Still, Forest is claiming souls.
Vox, he was driving around a little bit too much, I think. When you came home, right? Fair enough. Yeah.
Everybody playing along the edge, nobody wanting to go for the center because there is not much to be played. Al-Qadsia down to the south, Na'Vi to the east, Forest roaming up into the north.
This is when I had time, so
this is looking really nice for Al-Qadsia.
Popped in here.
Finally able to get deep into a game. And Na'Vi, though, still very threatening over on that eastern side. Cowboy, yeah, this is doing damage to Mogor. He is in trouble there. Oh, man. Just far enough away from it. Just clips his toes. So able to get that first aid to go. Now they're going to respond with some grenades of their own right in front of Mission Ready. Another grenade bounces good, but doesn't find any finishes. D trying to do what he can to finish off his America's opponents, but they are still clinging to life in this trench.
Trench is just giving enough for Mission Ready and Slam to both work with, and saw some deployable cover down. Slam
number 20, dude, that's awesome though.
Circle you can see glancing over there, it did move into the east, so they know that they need to
keep it up, Salt.
With so many different
take it all the way to the top.
Cowboy with a crossfire angle. Forest Kiss still very close, very far up into the north, going to have some positioning that they can keep an eye on with what's happening with Slam.
Be the best boy there ever was on that leaderboard.
Right next to each other.
Al-Qadsia has a tough decision to make here, but I think the better choice is to just lock out.
They're up to 17 points.
And then try to maneuver your way in away from Navi's position.
3/4 Fs.
Kiss can do some damage.
So everything can happen.
Like, we need points. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, let you guys leave.
I mean, because Hakatori's gone.
Around the side, looks like they have an idea on where the nade should go, but Michael.
Hakatori's been insane.
Spotted, and of course, it's going to be Boostic that goes for the peek around. Beneficial for Cowboys.
Who do you go with tomorrow?
Yeah, now the stuns are coming through, so Gats trying to use Michael as a bit of cover here.
Yep.
I don't think you take Falcons or Twisted during
as Boostic does claim Michael, but is taking damage as he tries to go for the reaggress here. Does Gats? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think you take Falcons or Twisted during
cover comes down, does connect
this.
On one, follows it up.
That's huge for Mission Ready.
Blue zone right on top of him, realizes there is nowhere to go. Don't give any points to anybody, just the blue zone. The last one.
Hakatori you grab. And then you gotta kind of grab some of the big names that like are gonna have to try and like pull it off for their teams, right? You could have probably taken someone from VP, but they're not going to be in tomorrow. 4 a.m. is out tomorrow, too.
Wants Kiss out of this, wants to take that fair 4v4.
Oh, this is very hard for Al-Qadsia, even given the fact that they've got center dot, they've got everything in there.
It's 8:15.
The problem is, Na'Vi still has 4 up, and really, Al-Qadsia is hoping that maybe Forest and Kiss, the last one up, could be a distraction.
You could take D or Cowboy. They could pop off again. I could see that happening. D was the one that popped off.
He's charging in. This is a bold, up-in-the-face strategy right up next
last
to
quals, so
Hakatori being the point man for Na'Vi on the other side. If he goes down, it's going to be hard for Na'Vi to
I think you grab Orca.
He's got an AWM right in front of him. He might spring to life if Roth goes for a shot onto one of Hakatori's teammates. Hakatori, that is not the player you would want to have up close and personal with you, but too bad, so sad, potentially. We'll see if Hakatori can go nuts here.
Going sneaky. Creeping up. I don't know if Alkadzi has any idea this is going to happen. Starting to do the bounce arounds, some deployable cover coming down. That could be a problem for Hakatori. Provides something for Roth to work from.
Gives a lot for Roth to work with.
Kind of trapped, isolated out in their cover. You can see a rock and a tree between them. Yeah, they're pretty big, but they're not inside the safe zone. D playing pretty far back.
See, I feel like Roth is going to do some counting real quick and realize that Ferrison extends.
But Rello Roth, Hakatori, so dangerous.
Yeah, look, Roth.
That's why Roth is looking around behind him. They have no idea that he's gotten this close. So they're like, where the hell could he be? Is he going for a wrap? Or is there something we missed behind us? But it turns out he's just gotten right in front of their faces.
Yeah,
Maybe
Roth knows that they're missing someone.
Actually pretty scary for Alcazia.
There's two different ways that this can go. The blue zone's right back behind Na'Vi, so Hakatori is going to have to make a move. Maybe the guys in the back can be enough of a distraction, starting to take their shots. It's going to step in. I think the Roth spot.
Oh, yeah.
Knock on Hakatori. Problems continue to mount for Na'Vi on the other side. How do you manage to get out of this position? Blue zone back.
Only 9 bullets in the AUG for Roth.
And Hakatori, their close range guy that they were hoping would pop off for him, goes down, peeks along the sides, extends, gets some damage onto Cowboy, but it's not going to be enough. I think it's just going to be surrender to the blue zone, but Cowboy does get the nade close enough. Thayer is the last one up, does get the knock onto Cowboy. Charge comes out, Alcadzia being bold with it. Do manage to take him down. Alcadzia,
let's go.
Finally, Alcadzia coming alive here in the group stages. A big win for them. The combined squad of veterans and young guns showing us some more good stuff.
All right.
But teams on the bottom, we're looking at 400 men. They need to step up.
We went a little bit too far. So who's in Full Sense? You take someone from Full Sense. Yeah, you take someone from Full Sense tomorrow. Hanvu is such a 50-50 right now, I feel like. I don't think you take anyone from Twisted Minds. Maybe someone from 17, because they're going to be really wanting to play well. Take someone from... I'd take Cowboy or D. Yeah. Wait. Example, you can't take Example because Example's not playing tomorrow. Navi's qualifying. Right? Wait, no. They fucking Twisted Minds. I still remember him being on Navi. No, don't mind me. Okay, yeah, so... I'd take someone from Full Sense. Dude, I can't believe I just, like, remembered Example being on Navi and just thought that. Oh, goodness.
Be able to see a future for them if they can't make the
I'd take Orca
right now with those only 2 games left
so
to play.
Orca,
To see how it falls out. Are there any other teams
Cowboy,
I don't like where they are, or
I mean, if you want to take Example, I guess I would take. I might try and take someone from 17 instead. Maybe see how that rolls. That or like Pero, but Pero's just been. You could take Aches left, honestly. So like Aches left, Orca, Cowboy.
I think JDG Esports with another slow start for me, despite maybe some of the coolest driving moves.
And
go back to Tego. That said, it has been a very,
someone
very
from
slow
Full Sense
start for them, and really frustrating for a team of that pedigree.
That could be it.
As well, only 8 points in 4 games. That's 2 points per game average. That's not high enough for you to make it into the
Tigger,
finals,
Bean, Roth.
Right.
I think Orca's better than Bean.
They should be able to turn things around, but still, they've got tomorrow too.
Well, legends rise when the
in my
tide is
opinion
against them, and they have 2 games left to prove it. When we come back, we're headed to the Dusty Dunes here at PGS 10, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you take either Tigger or Belmoth, Orca. Roth has been on fire, so I enjoy that. Dolphins finally won. That's awesome. I still haven't paid attention to football at all. I'm 1 game behind on the World Series for baseball right now too. So I need to get caught up on that before Game 4 tonight. My secret to Roth is he's a big. So if the Dolphins don't do good this weekend, don't grab Roth. I don't know when the Dolphins play, but
looking like they're going to make the wide wrap around that part of the map. JDG has Chumasera. Curious about Al-Qadzia here off the back of a big win, much needed win. They've got
yeah, I don't know if Pero can turn around in this last couple of matches, then I think you can think about grabbing Akeslef and go with like Akeslef, Belmoth, Orca, Cowboy. Could be a interesting one.
So you can't really call them the underdogs, but at the same time, they're definitely playing from the more disadvantaged positions, but really find ways just to kind of firefight their ways in. So being far up in the West, right up next to Begapug, going to be kind of eyeing to see what they opt in to do, because it's always pretty interesting.
Yeah, you never know with them.
Especially in the circle.
Far East, too. Yeah, they have a long way to go, for sure. Gen.G does have Orca all by himself contesting the church. And just 1 member of JDG here with him, so he's going to go for the up-close and personal util. Cold does have the Vector, which can shred at this distance, no doubt about it, but Orca's sitting pretty with a couple shotguns and an AUG. So he's got the opportunity.
Yeah, not much wiggle room. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know who else I'd want to take in quals. Because I feel like a lot of the players that like pop off in quals have played all 12 or are going to play all 12 matches today. So it's like, what can you do?
Have to see if he opts into going up the road itself. Multiple members now for Gen.G playing the low ground to fend Orca just in case something bad happens, but having that AR early and helmet going for these peaks feels pretty good. JDG also going to be lining up. If you're JDG, you're playing for some victory for yourself in this one, but Gen.G's pretty comfortable right now. They can play this a lot more aggressively with way less fear points total-wise.
Yeah, they've got the position advantage in many different ways in terms of, you know, having the high ground. Salute takes down Hakatori just off the rip. Why not? What in the world happened?
Okay, rip to everybody's fantasy points.
No, I don't.
Right, so, now,
I don't think Bean is bad. I just like picking Orca better. It's a personal preference. I think you can go with either one on Gen.G. I just like Orca more. For just, I don't know. I enjoy him more, and he does give you a little bit more wiggle room if you need any. 4th best, yeah. No, he was top of the qualifiers in PGS 9 actually.
Making any moves, just a couple of nades coming up from top, nobody being aggressive. A knock might make something happen. Oh, December 12th does manage to get away, but I mean, really, it's just a matter of how bad does Gen.G want to show their dominance here, and I guess they've already kind of asserted it, so they're fine.
Yeah, this is a tough position to be in as Gen.G. You haven't really had the biggest of days, so you're a little bit nervous about committing fully to this fight this early in the group stage. Might just be caution is a better part of valor. As
Navi has a lot of friends.
Yeah,
a lot of friends.
Everybody's like, we're not letting Hakatori rake in 1,200 damage and 9 kills from this position again. We're gonna cut this out from underneath them early. Try to take this compound that Na'Vi showed was very, very valuable.
Salute Hakatori, Bean, and Shen. Oh my God, Salt. Yeah.
So we do have Slam.
That's fair. Does Shen have any more games to play?
Independent problems, as SoSed's kind of back behind Slam, I believe, at the time. So nobody really wanting to go for too much except for the Freaks.
They did really well.
Their knocks and kills kind of going in their favor. They know Hakatori's down. How bold are they going to be? And DL goes down, extends, denies. The Panzerfaust's even getting a lot of damage onto Heaven as well. Heaven has to retreat.
They're done. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could go with Shen again, that would have been a really good another pick.
Shots into the backside. Now Na'Vi getting more alive on the other side with Slam.
I don't know. Let me pull up Fantasy real quick.
Yeah, the Freaks might be able to recover here if they're given the opportunity. Ferris gets knocked. He had that Vector up on the side, got the first one on a Mogor. Art up near SoSed. SoSed hits the headshot, but it doesn't matter. There's the follow-up, and Na'Vi is out early.
All right, now damage control coming up from the Freaks as well as Slam both. Na'Vi definitely went down swinging. We did see that VP spotted this out.
They're
close. I don't think that they're going to get too aggressive just yet.
If I don't pay too close of attention and I just click pick team and I don't like look super close at the stats, it might be okay.
I don't know if we'll see the same pushes coming out, but we do know that Slam and Freaks both can get aggressive in the earlier stages.
This is pretty funny because this is 3 teams who are into the grand finals already, and they're all just duking it out.
The rest of the lobby's got to love this, right?
Oh, yeah. The rest of the lobby's like, yes, please keep doing this. As Cowboy does get a kill on the Nix.
You could go with Kiss, actually.
Able to find
that might be doable.
Off screen. Heaven just trying to keep.
So I think I'd go Belmoth.
That frag coming out, yeah, gets the heck out of there. He's like, nope, I saw you doing that. I want to see Salute hit some bolt.
Oh yeah, Orca's kind of dropped off compared to Bean, huh?
Starting to get more information for his
yeah, I guess Bean is the better option now.
Slow and steady wins the race right now. Good shots coming up.
And because Orca was like a solid like 2,000 to 3. No, I think he was like 3,000 or 4,000 cheaper before. So now we're the same. I can see why you picked Bean.
I just like that both these teams are like, screw it, let's fight, let's go.
Why not?
Yeah, you know what? We're fine, we're good. You want to, kind of, this is like not
Roth has been popping off, but I want to go with Cowboy.
Where like both teams are wanting to fight for something. Like we're saying, we're going to be the first ones here in the next game where the circle goes here. So get the hell away. And so far, neither team really
I could still technically grab Tig if I wanted, but I think you go with.
They wanted to kind of establish some form of dominance in this because just getting the moral victory here could give you a lot going into later stages of the grand final.
Lil Ghost.
Good read on the fact that Grenade's going to be rolling down.
No, Zhao Bei.
Salute spots out Arctic's range though.
And that's backed him off momentarily. There's a bunch of shotguns here for Slam G, trying to put him to good use, hoping that the Freaks will continue their aggression off of that kill that Salute found. But everybody and their grandma knows how dangerous it is to push down these long hallways. That smoke trying to set up.
Falcons have made it through to PGC at this point.
From the Freaks is keeping
so
Slam G at bay.
They're confirmed through along with Twisted Minds and Freaks through PGC point or PGS points. So
scary.
So
5 more teams to confirm tomorrow is what it will be. I did the math earlier. If Liquid, Elkadzia, or Mission Ready make it through into Grand Finals and then get 3rd or higher, and Forest doesn't make it through,
from the Freaks, but I mean this was fight the whole way, and now you're just down to
then
certainly could do damage still. Lyric's just going to stop up and think about the heal, and he's going to start going for it.
Yeah, let's see.
Thinking, I tricked him a little bit, I swear. I could go for the grenade here, maybe.
Find some meds that could be beneficial in just one moment. See Slam still playing inside the house, keeping on the outside of it. So if it's red right, depends on how well this is cooked. Is it going into that window? Oh, no, actually does damage to Human instead.
Yeah. Not
We'll save my team.
He's got the game
Yeah,
phase
so
on.
technically, if one of the Americas teams
Slam
gets
the door here on Slam
third
G.
besides
So
Falcons,
far, they're not really
third
getting
or
many
higher,
opportunities. They probably have a pretty good
we
idea
could
of where he is.
technically see
Keeps opening and
Bestia
closing
make
the
it
door
to
being around
PGC.
Salutes very focused in on the Windows spots. Bit of exchange, but now they know exactly where the solo up for the Freaks is, and
But
that's gonna ruin a lot of
if
whatever Salute is
an America's team
now
besides
Salute's
Falcon
gotta take
doesn't
time to
get
think
top
about
3,
This is
we
In a way,
probably
they're trying to open
won't
this Slam
see
G. Trying to counter-push.
Bestia at
They do get
PGC.
another point at the very least.
They have
5
the
kills
option.
here for
Or
Slam
if
G.
one of the Americas
Salute's just
teams
chilling.
wins
I hope that he goes for the
PGS
kick and
10,
he can catch the timing. Come on, Salute. I wanted to see the
then
bolt earlier. How's your
Bestia
chance?
would make
How's
it
your
through
chance?
as well.
Treating from the angle, no surprise. Waiting for the new circle to pop, reveal where we're going to be going. Bit northwest of where we're looking at. It's going to be 4 Angry Men, Bega Pond, Petrichor Road, pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Team Liquid, but they're falling off, in my opinion.
But not finding exactly what he wants. Oh,
Like, they had a
now have
decent
retreat.
PGS 9 group stage, and it's just not it.
Getting less and less fun for Salute.
Yeah. Hey, Alcazia, do you want to be a part of this too?
Yeah.
There's potential points for you.
Sure, why not?
Again, if you don't get
Petrichor
at
Road in the center is gonna
least,
spot out the Expendables rotating, and that's going to be also very
to be
close
comfortable,
the
you
Expendables
want
being here
42
for
points
Angry
in
Men,
one day.
Actually, Expendables kind of turning
To
into
be
this and going for the
fighting
stop right along the
for
road in the middle of the ball
qualification,
field.
you want 30
Yeah,
points a
there's
day.
A little bit to play with here for the Expendables. These are not ideal. These trailer houses
So
are
Okadzia
prone to
at
get
30
grenaded.
points already
Be a little tricky to lock
is
down
awesome.
in the long run.
But I made my team. Belmoth,
Unintended,
Bean,
but we
Xiao
will
Bei,
interview
and
here
Cowboy.
with Long, see what 4AM has to say about their day.
With December the
Standing
12th.
here with Long Z and our translator Mandy. Last PGS, you guys made it just in time for the finals.
On my bench.
Unfortunately, this time the team
I think
is
it's a
really
decent
at
team.
a tricky spot once again. Where's your head at? How confident are you for the last 2 matches of the day for the team?
在上一次 PGS 9中，你们是以惊险的成绩第16名进入决赛，在此次又是比较危险的一个局势，所以对于这次比赛，你是什么样的心态？你会怎么做？
A girl is gambling behind me.
，Gambling。
保持专注吧，然后尽力去打好这2把，全力以赴。
It sucks
So in the
ass.
last 2 matches,
Yeah.
we'll stay calm and focus without pressures to other teams, and just do our best until the last minute.
Fingers crossed for 4AM. 加油，龙子。Bye.
Can't complain about that. Getting an interview and also watching get a kill, double up, all the love right now for Longs.
That's a great little moment. Yeah, he did nice stuff, holding off the Expendables.
Yeah. Oh no, she's back here. Sorry, let me get out of the way. There you go.
But they had a knock, and Alcadzia
Yeah.
hungry to go for those points.
She
Oh,
back
C4.
there.
Just toss it in there, my man. And that's pretty much. They have to go out the outsides.
Just keeps it simple, forces everybody away from it. Did Slam? Oh yeah, they're realizing they've got to go, running out the backside. Alcadzia already waiting. It's going to be Cowboy trapped in. Mogor just kind of stuck now. What do you do? D on the other side.
Boom.
Gonna go ahead and follow it up, and even the explosion just in case.
Yeah, I bought her a chair so she could sit there and have fun.
Players around the outside to cover the exits.
Until we get a computer for her and get it all set up and stuff. We just
I mean, 32 points already.
Gotta do a little bit more. Slam G making it through.
To aim for that 60-point threshold that we often talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted her to be comfortable.
Not a lot going on.
So there's I bought her a chair.
Has been split. It's got mission ready on one side of it.
Yeah.
Road on the other. Both squads pretty separated.
Yeah, it's a double chair stream in here. When I walk away and move my chair out of the way, you get to see both of them for double the amount of fun for the chair streams.
A crunch most likely down to the southeast and southwest.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to see this shift away from the fields. Get a nice, more even Stevens ending in terms of who can play.
I gotta look through some of my notes around here.
Driving alongside Virtus Pro, nobody can really do much about each other, so away we go. Virtus Pro will be heading east.
Pretty much.
Wider wrap as E-Arena is going to try to go for just a more central hit right behind the Expendables, trailing them. Opans Did he lose a tire there or something?
I wrote down emote ideas at some point.
Okay, we're in the circle. Maybe we
on
can do some damage
here.
from this spot instead of just really trying to crash into the back of them.
Lyrics is cutting down very far to the south. Emergency pickup was used, as we saw from Alcazia. They didn't let that one pass by. They're going to get yoinked up into the sky. Arena just trying to defend for the time being.
She got a jackpot.
This is going to be what's going on with Forest. They got very close to Burram and Falcons just to the north of that. They're playing a truck stop. I guess we saw the BRDM just a moment ago for Falcons. That's a truck, right? So you can stop off in the truck stop.
Is it a I don't. You know what? I don't even want to think about that.
All-terrain vehicle.
It is a good vehicle. I'll give it that. This is push through the door. Yeah, that didn't go good. That doesn't go good against a pump.
The pump and the
There's so many random notes set up.
I can see the freaks just laughing. They know.
It's just like, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right. So, circle-wise, VP, very far outside the zone right now, and their wrap potential is going to be coming in behind Forest and Burram on their regroup. Begapa looks like they're trying to defend in the Alcazia drop that we saw just a moment ago, but Alcazia just kind of stole that one away. They're fine. Jinji up into the north, and it's still a very quiet circle. Even with these squads so close to each other in the east, hasn't popped off yet, but it's just waiting for the spark to ignite it all.
Yeah, the only team that really needs to make a big move is Virtus Pro. I think they went for the revive out in Impala, and they're going to be coming in pretty late to this one. So is this going to be one of those games where they play for the heals in the blue to go for placements? We'll have to wait and see. H-Win doing some damage. Demasti trying to find safety.
Dodging between two different squads and somehow staying alive. I mean, keep your dance up, man. It's working for you. They've got that dip, but it does not feel good. The more and more we see Forest and Falcons stretching out, getting closer. VP, I think, might have heard this, and that's going to give them the information to wrap much further to the north.
I've written down so many things while I'm playing games.
He's got the mortars. How good is the bead?
So many random things, too.
Yeah, they're right by the cars. It's just that
What is
Burram is
this?
actually fanned out pretty wide of this position, so where the car
That must have been for a racing game.
isn't going to be the initial landing spot. Oh, those are so close. The hillside there, going to cut off those mortars a little bit and kickstart trying to do some scouting for the mortars.
Nixie, I think, is now bailed out. Where is he going to be leaning into? It looks like VP are pushing in back behind Forest just due to the fact that Nixie's got so much information. I mean, you're parachuting in and you spot all those mortars go in that direction. It's like, guys,
Apex stuff.
That's fine. Let's play our life a bit more.
More soccer stuff.
The arena trying to wrap to the east here of the Expendables. Didn't opt to try to crash that compound.
The worst part is
instead,
that I have other
cut
random
them off as much as
things
they can,
in the
but
middle.
you can see, oh my God, okay, well, that helps. Jacob just dunks on Duck Juice. We're going to see if they can follow up on that. I don't know if Arena's going to crash this, though. It seems like they're content to just hold their edge, maybe? We'll see.
Is that enough to give you some options to maybe just send it to the circle? See, Jacob was dancing the line of maybe going after it. Lyrics maybe will go for this. This could spell a problem if they're not careful. The tree is going to cause its own issue. Calores, that's a quick follow-up from
Arena.
as well, and 2 members down.
Rough, is this?
Greed
I
coming
think
back to bite
this is day 1 for them.
Yeah, that's tough there. You're just kind of sending into it. Feels a little disjointed from Arena. That's not the way they wanted that to go after a really nice knock from Jacob. Meanwhile, out on the eastern edge, you got Burram, you got Forest, you got Beamy chilling.
Nixie's still in the sky.
Oh, Beamy's got to be sitting on about a bajillion first aids, I have to assume.
I mean,
yeah.
that's a statistical fact.
Thank you.
I'm going to agree with without having seen any information.
I'm just feeling it, you know?
Has somehow 2 vehicles exploded near him that VP had?
He doesn't have many. I thought for sure he'd have like 20.
It's got to be in the trunk of a car. I refuse to believe this. They know exactly where he is.
Oh, right.
Forest can't really pursue.
I need you to make me a list for shopping.
Mission ready rolls down the hillside, and it's going to be very close to JDG. JDG's defense going to spot them easily as Michael's going to go down. Bizzler down as well. Quick flushes to follow, and mission ready down to 2. Has to contend with Alcazia and a new point.
Kick. King of the mountain.
I'm just looking around, man.
Everything you
just having a fun time. Ooh, mission ready.
I'm just letting you know I'm here.
They want some points here.
Early, and that's a problem.
Yep.
They're still on
That's
that
rough.
cusp position. 54 points means the next game's got to be big.
No, you're exactly right, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, 6 to 8 points
I'm just trying to look for emote ideas, but I can't find where I wrote down some of my emote ideas, which sucks. Oh well.
You know, they're old men. They got a bit of a break, relax.
I guess I'll just have to come up with emotes again.
Will guide us for the 5th game of the day. Oh, okay, all right. West, yeah.
Alcadzia, you've got yourself prime position. 2-1-1. Gen G, though, they look hungry and they look like they want it. Outskirts teams, you can see Falcons should be able to regroup around kick.
I know we did them at one point.
Each other, very hard for them to kind of separate out. But down to the south, it's going to be a problem. Glory is very close to the circle for the Expendables. The rest should be able to follow, but 4 Angry Men are going to be very close to that. It's going to be E-Arena trying to chase up this hill behind 4 Angry Men, though.
Yeah, this has gone from bad to worse for E-Arena. You're in a very tricky position. Oh, Shen. Oh, man. The AWM in his hands. He's looking for that gimme. Oh, a drive up, a run over. Players are dying left and right here. Olympus has a machine gun. He's putting it to good use.
Oh, that was close.
He didn't even see that one coming, and he's dodging it. Good stuff from Olympus. Forrest has kissed way up on this flank, too. Does Buriram, I think, yes. Ruse knows. Oh, and he's got him. Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. There's been so many C4 plays, and I've been, honestly, kind of busy during most of these games, because people have been asking me questions and stuff.
Going for the res, big brain.
Wow.
That's, yeah. Also dodging the mortars. I think it's Tiggle.
How about a second one?
Yeah, how about another one? Oh my god. He almost died from that, but Ruse does end up winning this battle against Kiss. That's the flank angle collapsed.
Tongmu also wants a piece of what's going on with Ruse. That's going to make it even more complicated. It's just time to send it. Blue zone back behind you. Forrest doing a good job on trying to rally. Scabby back up. Smokes being their own independent problem, though. Good a second ago. Now it's providing a pathing for Buriram to try to exploit. Multiple angles now down as Scappy just trapped.
He's just going to have to make an outplay here. Edie will at least claim the point. Bunch of blue zones go through. Scappy throws the stun to try to buy himself a little bit of space on the edge of this circle. Gonna stick in the blue and it's gonna pay off. He gets Edie down. Ruse throws a stun.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. They're at 33 points. I think they had one where they really held the top of the hill. That was the Tago game. So they got 7 or 8 kills there before going down. I feel like their Erangels weren't super big. Rondo, I don't remember them being the ones to do the C4 plays on Rondo. That was
he's so close to that. If that Molly is done, but it looks like it missed. Longs is gonna fall though. So even though they get the rest,
can't remember who it was, but they used a motorcycle. So maybe not. That might be this game. Or it might be the last one.
Yep, Tanvu's going to go down. That's going to open up a more of a crest situation that 4 Angry Men are going to go for. The Expendables still playing in this low ground. Got a couple of Molotovs down, a couple of good shots as well. But really can't get too much more out of this for the time being. Luckily, the new circle is right next to them, so they don't have to go too far.
Yeah, they can hold on just a little bit longer. Clories and Duck Juice trying to do some more magic and see if they can bamboozle 4 AM a little bit. Blue zones to clear this rock
that's just
again.
some of the panels.
And,
what do we?
Or near the rock at least.
What do we got for?
4 AM bunched up. Clory's
that's the be right back. It's just
is he gonna find the right timing, the right moment? Actually, Shrimsy with the mortars. Oh, that's a nice shot.
All right, is that going to be enough to open it? Glory is with that knock. It looks like Duck Juice. Expendables have this one. They want their angles on it, and it's going to be Duck Juice cresting in. Just goes for the shots, and that forces a new angle. Opens up everything in the Expendables. That's exactly how they want to play it. Glory's going to go down in that exchange, and Petrichor Road chasing after it.
Yeah, Petrichor Road needs points desperately. These grenades need to be good, but Duck Juice has already ran.
He's gone, man.
He's just out. He knows this is dangerous, and he wants to try to get away from this. Did Chewy see him crossing? Is my big question. I think he might have. Duck Juice is going to get above. Cowboy and Roth are doing damage to Gen G. Orca's trying to respond, but things getting a little bit weird here on different sides of the map.
Petrichor Road in control of the southern area, but up into the north, Alcazia that had a lot of control for a long time had to deal with Genji, who just ran right into him.
Nice.
Falcons
I can use
still have
that.
Tickleton over there, providing some support, but also have 3 of their members further down into
That'll be
Southeast.
nice.
That's going to be taking shots now, coming at them from a JD.
I am so sorry for that.
It's also going to be very close to Duck Juice and Petrichor Road rotating.
I'm so sorry, DJ.
But the Falcons have been picking up points here and there in this one. 2 kills already. The Expendables go down in 8th. Chewy does eventually suss out.
Oh, sorry. I was not expecting the audio there. I'm going to click on one more.
Huge battle right now. Lit up, but Forrest is getting involved. They're striking from behind. They're looking for the third party. Tiggleton, that flank angle gone. Scappy dealt with, though. Here comes Petrichor Road.
Oh, one problem down in Scappy. Petrichor Road with the high ground looking onto the Falcons. They spot out how dangerous this is. Their eyes actually are drawn to Alcazia. Very far away from this one.
It's my fault. I'm so sorry.
Down,
give me
the knock that they wanted, though.
Left here.
1 sec. As soon as it quiets down for a second, I'm gonna mute my audio because I'm gonna open something else that I think might make noise. Oh, December the 12th.
December the 12th claims 3.
JDG and Petrichor Road working together to take down the Falcons, but now lined up against each other. Cold doesn't want to push too high up this hill.
That's probably where he got most of his points from today, huh? I think he's just been consistently getting a kill or 2, and then he just gets that nade right there. Damn.
The hill and be perfectly safe due to AZ's positioning.
Okay.
Panko Pod just... up on this mountain so long. He's been able to kind of track down and guide Alcazia as far as they have been and make life miserable for Gen G. They've been getting some help from some other teams for sure. They've got 6 kills in this game. A big part of it is that high ground advantage that they had. Really identify, sort out what is going on around the main forces of Alcazia. Now Petrichor Road's AZ trying to lock down this southern flank by himself. Do a 3-1 split for now. Megapod has a little bit of room to go into this next circle. A little bit of the compound still in where Park Pro is, but other than that, they don't have they have to go out a little bit further.
You look at eyes on the circle, there's not a lot really going on in it. Orca has been spotted, but spins it back around. It's going to be a combo. Cold steals it away, but Orca continues to cling to life, doing some damage and retaliation back to Alcazia. The circle.
What happened to Falcons? They got naded by December 12th.
So I guess
he threw a nade right into the middle of them, and they went.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. More kills, better placement, 100% a win for them. D's just chilling. Let's see if he can wait out everybody else where they get busy fighting.
Oh, all day? Yeah, they just haven't been here.
A couple players back. Sungjong Park Pro to cover.
They're just getting killed. To be fair, DJ though, they are through to PGC at this point, so it would absolutely suck if they don't make it to grand finals, so they can keep up their 3rd place run. But they'll turn it up tomorrow probably if they have to.
Into a more vulnerable position. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the vehicle, leaving Park Pro behind. Probably pretty aware that he's the last one up for Alcazia. JDG now has to figure out what they're gonna do. Is man, there was a big crossfire that went after D. I think like what 10 people turn around, take shots at him the moment he moved.
Just about everybody in the server. It felt like JDG now turned their attention towards Petrichor Road. Megapod just kind of has to hold the line, but 8's left springs to life, take down Spaceman quickly. Go for the heal though. Stuns being exchanged both ways. Chewy looking for an opportunity, looking for somebody from JDG to overpeak. See if they can take this knock and use it to their advantage.
Remember that Petrichor Road.
Yeah, I really like the start of that song. It was pretty cool.
Go down, quickly flushed. That means Petrichor Road now playing in a very vulnerable position up against JDG. Trying to be bold. X left the last one up, using the hillside for cover, but does go down. JDG finding a ton of kills and continuing to climb up. Begapla are up against the blue zone down to the south, and JDG has a lot of the control of the circle. Can Park Pro open it back up?
Yeah, because Begapla had a knock suffer, they had to stall up, and Guyon's going to pay the price.
Nice.
December the 12th just spreads his wings and claims a knock at the very least, maybe more. Now Begapla trying to reinforce this angle, trying to see if maybe there's somehow, some way they can get this res, but with the high ground control that JDG has, This is going to be very, very challenging for them just to get into it. Park Pro trying to do what he can to buy a little bit of space and time, but he is going to be identified and known that he's a sole player over here, and it's going to be Spaceman trying to lock him down. Park Pro going for the peaks, not finding really much damage. Spaceman neither. So, well, oh, there's the headshot. Yeah, Park Pro's got to be careful.
Oh, it's so hard to go for the res. Remember, the game started off with JDG getting caught in firefights, and then it has not yet ended for them.
December the 12th had a crazy game here, huh?
Using the high ground advantages, Park Pro not even inside the circle yet, entirely pinched. Nate doesn't go where he wants. Is the follow-up going to connect the way he wants it to go? Just a bit too far. December 12th, continuing to stay down while all three other members for Begapa hunker down in position. Park Pro now out. That's going to open up more. How is JDG going to play this? Is it just going to be bold and heavy? It looks like it's Spaceman going around flank the side. Wants to take down Park Pro as the multiple members for JDG are trying to swoop around one side. It's going to be Begapa that reads this, seeing if they can play more into the east, trying to assault right on top of Cole, but it is red. JDG does not allow that one to happen, and it is a pickup for JDG start to finish.
Yeah, just great.
They needed that one.
No doubt about it.
All right, let's hop into the next one.
Oh, opportunity.
Gonna retreat, get what they.
We missed someone dying off drop.
A lot of points, all just having board. Most notably, where we can see Slam, Navi, and the Freaks, all just having crazy. Oh, Rello.
Please,
hello.
Please tell me somebody got that. Please tell me somebody has the replay. Please.
They are on the hunt for this right now, and
they're out of there though.
Fear coming up from Al-Qadsia so far, and I guess gonna retreat, get what they wanted.
We're gonna get a replay of that, right?
I mean, I would feel good about that one. Circle goes really far to the north as well, so Al-Qadsia doesn't have too much to worry about. They can kind of play around with this one.
Al-Qadsia, 40 points.
There is,
again, I feel like
does he realize
one day, if you have 42 points, that is a great day. If you have anywhere from 30 to 42, it's an okay, or it's a good day. From like 25 to 30, it's an okay day, and anything below 25 is just not. It's a bad day.
Yes, you've had a 40-point day. That's a good day, but you never know what tomorrow might bring. So I think trying to maximize here as much as possible, absolutely going to be the name of the game. While Slam, they're fine. They're into the grand finals, so they have not much to play for in terms of they could just send it and try to ruin Al-Qadsia's round.
Boostic is such a strong player. We already have established that. The only thing that you have to be cautious on is that he doesn't have the best angles to work.
Look at this.
Give it to me.
This.
Oh, that was just easy and clean.
My God.
Easy shots.
That is nasty stuff. Oh, that is what I live for, man, right there. That is just so
I
good.
mean, it's saying easy shots, but really that is still complicated to pull off with a Bolty at that stage. It just, he makes it look so clean.
They're just so good. And for now, seems like it's no longer going to be Slam trying to get through there. Not sure if they got the chip. That's probably the only thing I'm kind of curious about. Is you can see there in the previous game, JDG comes alive, and they've got themselves in contention to be into that grand finals. Looking to be a pretty tight middle of the pack based on how some of these Group C teams have done here today. You know, like teams like the Expendables, Al-Qadsia, JDG, really popping off and making things pretty intriguing where that cutoff line will actually end up. Still a lot of teams that did well yesterday as well that are going to be looking for points. And you're looking towards teams like 17, Twisted Minds, who seem to always find their way into grand finals and then do well. Freaks well on their way.
Did they show me the... Oh, I'm so sorry.
Looking to try
and then retreated from it. He had to have spotted it.
I'm so sorry.
Where you got to be careful, as we saw in the previous game. Slam G is happy to grab some shotguns and lock it down. So, got to be very.
People asked me to do some casting tomorrow.
Yes, you've had a 40-point day. That's a good day, but you never know what tomorrow might bring. So
and I got distracted by trying to figure it all out.
They're fine. They're into the grand
I
finals.
apologize. So we should get the replay here in a second now.
To play for in terms of they could just send it and try to ruin
I want the replay.
Boostic is such a strong player. We already have established that. The only thing that you have to be cautious on is that he doesn't have the best angles to work.
Look at this.
Give it to me.
This.
Oh, that was just easy and clean.
My God.
Easy.
Yes.
That is nasty stuff. Oh,
That's what we wanted.
Right there. That is just so
I
good.
mean, it's
All right, thank you, Salt.
Really, that is still complicated.
I really did want to watch that.
He makes it look so
I'm just
clean.
trying to look at everything that they
so good. And for now, seems like it's no longer gonna be
sent me.
Slam trying to get through there. Not sure if they got the chip. That's probably the only thing I'm kind of curious about. Is you can see there in the previous game, JDG comes alive, and they've got themselves in contention to be in that grand finals. Looking to be a pretty tight middle of the pack based on how some.
I don't think I have anything else I need to look at. I should be able to get most of it set up. I might have to spend. I don't have any time to set it up. Is the problem to do it tomorrow? It's okay. We'll do what we can.
Well, yesterday as well that are going to be looking for points. And you're looking towards teams like 17 Twisted Minds, who seem to always find their way into grand finals and then do well. Freaks well on their way into a grand finals again, looking to try to get a win after not making it in a 9.
It's a good thing if I worked till 5 tomorrow, I would not have had time whatsoever. But I only work till 4 on Wednesdays, so.
So looking at rotations.
I should have a little bit of time after my work meeting.
Burrum's going to be to the east. This is down into the southwest around San Martin and
now, if this was Thursday, I would have so much time to get everything all set up.
So they're going to be leaning more east. VP is going to be down to the south behind that. Expendables in Picado right now. No big rush coming.
5 matches for Expendables, 5 for El Qadzia.
Arena very far to the south. Mission ready. Over to the west.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just Pero and Falcons that need a good game here.
I don't necessarily say it needs to be a big game, but it needs to be a decent game to feel comfortable in going into tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
And again, it's kind of hard to say where the cutoff's going to end up, but you want to go for 60 plus to at least give yourself that chance. As Petrichor Road driving pretty close, but you'll see teams do this, drive around the edge, but they're committing to this. The Falcons, they're here and they're ready.
Shremsy peeked around, saw. I think that maybe Petrichor Road aware as well. Good exchange between the two. Shremsy takes a lot of damage, has to retreat. Kickstart trying to defend. AZ walks right into the sight line, goes for the flush. Can't quite get it. Ming going to be chasing right after Kickstart. Here comes reinforcements and Aiksleft. Tiggleton as well. Peeks between the two of them. Tiggleton gets a knock onto one. Kickstart goes down on the other side. Ming now inside the compound. Information was being fed, so wants to go for the flushes. Every angle feels scary for Ming. Instead, he peeks around the outside. Here's the reinforcements on coming up from H-Win. Has to be cautious, and this has slowed back down. Ming feeling pretty trapped. How aggressive are the Falcons? Gotta play it! H-Win doesn't even want.
Well, H-Win has an explosion, so pretty easy. Yeah, the fact that Pero and Falcons were the ones that needed points, and Pero only gets eliminated by Falcons immediately. Not really how you'd play it, I guess. Yikes.
Be able to find a revive. Are they just gonna play with 3? With Bagelpa that close, you got to be worried a bit, but Bagelpa isn't going to commit any further. Again, just a few points here and there is all BGP really needs, and they know it, so they're going to just retreat back to safety.
Yeah, 59 points for Bagelpa right now.
Everything is
luckily, Falcons are the ones that won the fight. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the res.
Points as they desperately need them.
It's scary, but they've got a strong position to play from for now.
Yeah, I don't know if Falcons are going to be able to get the rest. It is phase 1. They could send someone out if they wanted to, but they're closer to the center, so where do you even send them?
It's pretty centered as well, so many angles that they can be playing from. To the north, though, we do have a lot of this that's kind of eaten up by the wall that's very far to the north as well.
Yeah.
The area that's just to the south of it, that's that no man's land.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Burram kind of got in because Edie just nailed his shots and he played really well for things last time, and he just hasn't been playing up to that level in these days. So okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, they were playing well because they were using specific settings that did not come from the proper things, and it allowed them to see easier through smoke.
Didn't go the way that they wanted, so that puts everything onto this one. They are getting dangerously close to Slam around Bavaria area.
Yeah.
The
so there's a setting in
Expendables who've been the Expendables. I don't know
in the NVIDIA settings or whatever that you can change to make it so that you can more easily see through grass and smoke, which gives you an unfair advantage, and it's not actually like a normal setting, so it's coming from a third party thing. So
not sure if maybe the
I feel like technically they thought it wasn't because it came from the
flush early on the respray there.
Yeah.
Very brief moment where you're invulnerable and you get knocked, and Ming Ming does take him down, but fight goes very nicely for the Falcon boys.
Well, it feels like Petrichor Road.
Yeah.
Thought that there was just one there. Right? You don't go for that bolt
so
out through the window when you're chasing the solo unless you think that there's just one in that compound.
There's no
in Kickstart just
proof that they were using it during matches, but supposedly it was noticed that they had a setting, that setting changed.
Whereas the Falcons had changed up their playstyle. Hard to say for sure. Exactly what was
they changed it during, or they had it like that during practice, apparently, is what was reported and I last heard. I don't know if it actually was or anything else like that.
We're talking about Petrichor Road at 20, having a bad start of it, 21 for the Falcons. So they need to get something rolling here in this last game to make tomorrow a bit more comfortable for themselves. Gingy holding.
There was never any proof that it was used during any matches, which is obviously why they're not disqualified. Because if they thought that it was used during matches, they would have disqualified them and they would not be playing today.
And Slam G just had hidden themselves well enough that he didn't really think anybody would be there, and he paid the price. That's brutal for Mission Ready.
It's going to kind of slow down their pacing a bit. Now they're moving closer to Al-Qadsia, who's been having a pretty good
I agree.
So far,
they really should have
the fact that they are already inside the circle, but
should have paid more attention and not touch it at all. But
I'm a bit worried for
Falcons haven't gotten the res yet, I don't think.
Two are at the northern part of the
I think they're just up as 3. They're towards the center. I don't think it was worth it for them to send it for a res.
Because if the circle ends there, you win. But they're split in a 2-2, and they're really far away from each other. They're going to be kind of divided between Buriram, Genji. That's ambitious from 4A.
I guess
Buriram just needs to not touch any of that stuff, and they're good to go. That's my belief. Because we've seen PUBG repeatedly disqualify teams if they thought anything was wrong. Even reinstating teams afterwards.
I like that our
so
are showing this. This is very important to see how split they are. You know, the warehouse is on top. You know,
this is the 4 a.m. split. This in the northern side of Water Treat, dude, that is ambitious.
Having to rotate between the two feels dangerous. There's just too many teams already in that sort of half pipe that's in between treatment and where, you know, two of the players are. I do have concerns. I've been proven wrong before, so if it works out for 4 a.m., hell yeah.
What?
But it's looking tricky.
Well, it's a hard place to get
Why?
the amount of points that they need, because they don't need just a victory. They need some kills to go with it. When you go into a 2-2 split,
are you not having fun hitting the slot machine?
In firepower against another squad, you get a bit hesitant. You know that you're playing.
I'm sorry that your slot machines are not going well.
Now starting their rotate, I think that they've got eyes a bit more Oasis side. They did get their res onto Arctics. Looks like he's going to be.
She's playing Clover Pit.
Do it to him again.
I don't know if you guys know what Clover Pit
Play
is.
the game, it's great.
I see the traces.
But it's like Balatro, if you've ever touched that. But it's a slot machine.
It should be fine.
I think he's okay.
So it's a slot machine where you can make things you can get items to get more points and more money and everything.
And that's, you know,
Gamba bad.
Mission Ready needs every advantage
The
they
shit
can get.
fucking game.
But it also does kind of put you behind the ball a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Going for
But you want to beat it.
It's one of those.
But you
want to
beat it.
Whatever decision that you do,
Yeah.
right? If you
I
don't
may or may
go
not have
for
looked
it,
up the ending.
then if it doesn't go well, you're gonna be mad, and if you do go for it and it doesn't go well, you'll be mad. So it's Mission Ready at least trying to be proactive with their destiny.
Absolutely. E-Arena would love
Gamba bad, but when it's just a video game, it's kind of fun.
Get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, because you're not losing money.
Yeah. Feeling like they've got themselves into
It's just a for fun video game, but when you have bad luck, it's annoying.
Let's finish strong. You know, come out
because it's completely luck based.
Like we've got a real shot to not just get second, but win.
Not gonna comment on that. Okay, DJ. Yeah, it's not like stake.us exists at all.
Those compounds looking pretty strong for them right now. 4 a.m. Gonna make their move. It looks like they are going to be actually given some space. They're taking a bit of damage, but they might actually make this rotation work. Potentially, this is scary.
Oh, yeah, they've got a roll right next to Burram. If they can get past this, Jinji's taking shots at Longs in that lower area. Doesn't get enough damage to make it even scary. Most of it hit the car entirely, so I think he's fine. Shin trying to steal this one away. Can he get there? I think that they managed to do it, but bro, that felt a bit dicey.
Yeah, and it's probably not the position you want to necessarily
good talk
in there on that southern edge. But if you're playing for kills, now it looks good. Lucarux, that does not look good. On the motorcycle, gets caught on the backside by Lyrics, snuck up behind him in the BRDM, I guess. And Lucarux falls early for VP.
Those sneaky BRDMs. Just never can see them coming.
They're not really that loud.
They really aren't. That's the issue. Is they
emo.
New problems also mounting for Mission Ready, the Expendables of
give me that good talk.
Getting closest to them and pushing up the hillside after them.
Speaking of which, DJ, what emote should we get?
Yeah. Let's see if
I need
has some more magic, some more highlight reel stuff.
3 emotes for followers and 2 emotes for subs.
This is southwest side of the circle. No one behind them, so for JDG, don't have to commit to anything just yet. And gonna hear Bagel Pot taking some shots, so for sure, you know something's going on in there. Just trying to figure out, making sure that the backside is clear as well. The Expendables.
Yeah. What kind of emotes are we missing that we should
nerve-wracking this is getting. Caloris
get?
Stepping closer.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do animated.
Elwin, I think, spotted out the movement on top of the hillside. He's very far
but
to the south.
maybe. We'll see about animated later on. For right now, I just need to fill out my other emote slots.
Just kind of, I don't know what his mission that he is on right now is.
That's fine, DJ, but I have some for people just being followers. So I need like 3 more for just my follower people. So don't even worry about the subs or anything.
Close to Burram as well as VP, but they're getting through it. If they can get to the high ground, they should be safe-ish.
Yeah, we have the cat one.
That should be enough to at least get them through.
Yeah, okay.
Issue is, Lyrics wasn't with the rest of the squad. He's gonna be taking a lot
Sus
of damage, but
and
he'll get there.
Booty shake.
That's
Alright. Well, what about
this is actually one of those moments where it just isn't going to survive long enough.
What about non-animated?
Be the one to cause the explosion onto the vehicle, but Edie actually takes the point away. That's something for Buriram.
Navi chasing now.
Oh boy.
They realize that this is going to be the tail end. They've got the numbers advantage.
That's a chicken and a Snorlax, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Snorlax right there.
Got a bit of this firefight. E-Arena has to hunker down, and Navi as well. A circle has popped down to the south. 4 angry men, very comfortable in it.
Yeah, that's huge for 4 a.m. That compound still being in is very nice for them to have a chance. Oh my God, it went over him. It went over, so said. How does that happen?
It's enough. The miracle in and of itself. Hackatory throwing down some utility, trying to deny some sight lines, see if they can get closer by the moment. Navi's backs up against the blue zone and has several blue zones on top of him to make it a bit more difficult. But so said, trying to tank as much of it as he can. He should be fine with that dip. Mission Ready jumps out right next to Roth. Ring around the Rosie. It's going to be Cowboy that gets a knock onto Bizzler. Vox goes for the nade, but nobody's inside the shack yet. That's going to be all she wrote for those guys. Luckily, Michael did come in just a moment ago. Actually, We still have.
Oh yeah, trolling. I don't know how well that would work with my caricature thing though.
The game, but that's brutal. Kazia there with a split that works out nicely, able to cover each other. Na'Vi trying to fight forward. Arena losing players.
I mean,
Jacob alive for them. He's the last one on his feet. He's at least going to get extends down, looking to do more damage. You still have 2 trailing players.
Tori being a bit more.
I don't know what would we go with for a troll emote though.
Arena survives, but now they have to run into the circle where VP and Forrest are already fighting.
That's a massive win for Arena to get a few extra points out of this game. Huge. Gats just trying to go
backstab trolling.
Somehow, the Expendables settled up on his fallen comrade Shaq, and he finds a rock and is just going to have to try to survive. This is looking dire for Mission Ready. They need points, and getting them looks very, very difficult.
Backstab.
The Expendables saw him rotate over, and they might be going on the hunt for him. Burram's still caught up in water treatment. They're going to have to deal with Corexi. It's been his own pain for them. Just kind of juking around between different angles and denying out a lot, slowing down a lot of the movement. So gonna make a send down. It looks like Jinji is going to be the focal point for it. They're going to roll right through. B lines into Mogor, and he's going to go down. But the other members for Slam. Slam into the compound.
So I am going to make. I have a couple ideas for like animated.
Shooting great timed grenade. Tosi and Bean, no problem for the 2 of them. Get 3 kills. And that is well handled. Good angles taken to get the initial crash. The grenade was out on point, and you have no idea there as Slam where that grenade landed. And it works a treat for
and one of the animated emotes I want is gonna be like a snake biting someone in the back for when we have snakes in the game and they end up causing problems. So do plan on that one. So then I'm gonna have like a just like a regular emote where it's just gonna be like snake.
He's got quite a few more health kits.
So when we
stellar stuff from him. I mean, absolutely
see someone snaking around, we can go like, hey, look, there's a snake.
Wins against Hakatori here. Unbelievable stuff. And that's a great play. And
so we are going to have that one.
On in this one for now, but how much longer can he survive? Meanwhile, JDG.
I think I gotta go look through a bunch of other people's emotes and stuff, see what we might be able to grab. It might be a good nade though. Okay, so apparently Falcons are just like dying to JDG.
It's not Tiggleton in a world of trouble. Follow-up nade's gonna be going after him. Falcons go down and JDG steamrolling in from the west.
Second time in a row.
They're gonna be the new gatekeep position.
Falcons had a bad day.
Yeah, brutal day for the Falcons. Only 21 points. They're gonna have to.
That's all there is to it.
Crazy tomorrow.
Bad day for Falcons.
Into another grand finals. As Alcadzia has a bit of a ridge line to work with.
Gonna
use some smokes.
Genji has had a good day so far.
Some of these grenades. They're close enough, and it's on the money.
Holy!
Just a beautiful bounce. Let's throw in some mortars. The Expendables behind this as well. D now the last one up. 4 angry men in a lot of trouble in that rotate. Tongmu juking underneath the car, trying to use it for cover. The crate as well. Begapa has a good sight line onto them.
I think it was worse for 4 a.m. though.
Yeah, and there's no hope.
Holy.
They're getting into the grand finals with just 46, so a disappointing PGS 10 after a heroic
I will say,
going to be a repeat for them. Meanwhile, the Expendables have knocked a player onto JDG.
Being Group B seems like it sucks.
There's everything going on around here. Here comes Bagelpaw. The car blows up right next to him.
Oh, Bagelpaw. Are you going to
I feel like Group B is never a fun group to be in.
That hillside, you're gonna have to deal with the Expendables and
is that just me?
Cold. Very few options. He's just going to have to run right up next to the Expendables, realizing he's just got to send something. Blue zone nades coming out from Orca in a big way, provides Cold somewhere that he can hide.
I thought for a moment maybe Cold had slapped a C4 onto that thing and was just going to go on a
Yeah, no, 4 a.m. is going to be eliminated. Bararam is at 37 points. They're gonna be eliminated. Is this Arena's 12th game as well? I feel like the difference is we definitely PGS 9 we only had one team that we were confident wasn't gonna make it right from the beginning. Of the day. And this one, I feel like we have 2 or 3 going into day 3. Which is a huge change.
It's already sent it to, so several teams eyeing that position as Gen G starting to get in position for the circle. Begapa starting to try to find some high ground.
Okay, well, here's the good news. For Mission Ready, Gats has gotten into the placement points. What more can he do from that spot? Jacob continues to rain destruction. 6 kills now for him.
Demasty rotating back behind this one.
It could.
Jacob open up
that would be awesome.
Jacob still playing the other side of that hill. As Demasty's just going to keep nomming up all
we do appreciate every single time that America's teams make it through. MRIA, this is their last match as well. They're only at 55 points. So the fact that they might not even make it up to 60 means that this could be them being eliminated. So that would be MRIA, 4AM, and Bararam.
I mean, still clinging to life. Blue Zone on top of him, threw off the timing. He finally goes down. Gats still alive, trying to find any point that he can get as the Freaks need to make their way into the circle against the site.
Okadzia with 41 points had a good day. They were 1 point off what I called a great day.
In the center, just hoping that nobody figures out where he is. Gen G has enough of a circle that they don't want to push any further forward. I think Orca trying to figure out where Cold went to. Akan also curious about Cold's compound, and he's just got that shack is still trying to make a way.
That's a lot of cover.
It is a lot of cover. He's got that going for him, which is nice, but Salute knocked, trying to find the angle underneath the car is Bean. With the tires there, it looks like...
Oh, but Tosi, Flame, they've hopped in vehicles. They're playing this way more aggressive. They want to deny the Freaks any form of approach, trying to deny out the exact angle they're going to be going for him, but the Freaks roll right in between them. Deal goes down, Tosi goes down. Flame's kind of defend and does manage to hold the line for his squad.
I thought for a moment there, Evan was going to get a couple.
Holy.
Flame doing
Gen G popping off right now.
Gen G, Tosi losing health quickly. Gumin on his feet, Panzer in hand, looking for the push. Stuns coming through, now getting shot from the side. That's Begapa, and it's Akan who finds the knock.
Bean coming to reinforce. Orca committed into the res. Shots on top from Gumin. Does get the knock onto Bean. Gen G finally holds the line enough. The Freaks go down, and that's more placement points for Mission Ready. Still inside the circle, letting everybody fight
every single point for Mission Ready is super, super important.
To win that fight. They've got 11 kills. Bagelpod's crashing them.
They're going for it, sending it right into the face of Gen G. Shots coming out, big shots going right on the side of it. Flame tries to hold it for long enough, and Bagelpod just splatters across the hillside.
Oh my God. Bagelpod, you absolute psychos. That was crazy there. Somehow Gen G's still alive, and Gats is continuing on, and Gats wants more.
He's sneaking in 59 points. Multiple members. You can see more Gen G trying to rally over here. Cold still alive, solo. 1v1.
No.
He heard it, or saw it, one of the two. And he's just like back to his hidey hole. He's like, you know what? I didn't get there in time. Problem is Tosi's on his feet, angling in his direction. So now Gats is like, I got to take this fight. But Cold has a great angle, a great hill to work with. Going for the peaks, doing a great job with it. He will take him down.
59 points for Mission Ready.
59 points. It's going to be close. I mean, Gats realized
it's right around the cutoff point.
No safety. Gen G was going to be roaming behind. Another 1v1 on the side. Cold, Park Pro exchanges between two. Park Pro takes the top. Now 3 members for Gen G alive, chasing after Park Pro. He's got the hillside for cover, but he's already taken a lot of damage. Bean on the hunt, fast and ready.
Huge first day for Gen G here, though.
Park Pro is expecting it, so he's got the grenade primed and ready. Tosi going to, oh man, I thought for a second, but that was a little overcooked. He's got a Lynx too, but that's not going to be great in this fight. The MP5, the car driven right at him, didn't matter. It is going to be Gen G.
All right.
The last chicken dinner of the day.
Of course, it's Flame that finds the kill. This man has been absolutely tearing into teams. Genji feeling good. My question, though, mission ready, is it enough?
No idea. No idea. You feel like that is historically going to be right around the cutoff, so...
At all of our top kills, damage, and average survival time is not as much fun, but I love the Falcons. They 93 got a 12.
Okay, this is our total leaderboard. Freaks are going to be through, Navi, SlamG, Begapa, and probably VP. So we have 5 teams through, which is going to leave 11 potential spots. Mission ready is done. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams already with only 6 games above so many. So there's 4 angry men who aren't going to make it.
You're done playing and you get to sit down and watch tomorrow's teams play it out. Navi, SlamG, Begapa. Fine. Virtus Pro?
Fine. These here. The side out here too. 37 absolutely.
So Burram isn't going to have enough, and neither is 4 AM, and Mission Ready is going to be the cutoff, I think. They're either one team is going to beat them by a point or 2, or they're going to make it by a point or 2. That's what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's going to be on to, FaZe, Twisted, SGA, Falcons, FN, all of our teams below Burram to see how they play. Can Forest keep up the form that they had? They missed out on the last one. I don't think Change the Game, FN, or SGA clutch up. So I think you have those 3 teams, Burram and 4 Angry Men, that don't make it. So that's 6 of the 8 teams that I think don't make it, right? No, that's 5 teams. 5 of the 8 teams. So then it kind of comes down to Liquid has so much work to do, so they're going to need a miracle of a day, which they are capable of, but I don't know if they're going to pull it off. They haven't been looking great. Pero, I don't believe right now in them. So they're 6 and 7. So then it's Forest, E-Arena. And maybe like JDG that have to prove it wrong. I think if JDG, Forest, and E-Arena have a good day tomorrow, it's gonna be a very close and crazy leaderboard. Is what I think. I'm not ignoring FaZe, because like Falcons, FaZe, Twisted Minds, all teams that I expect to turn around and have a really, really great day tomorrow. So I'm saying if those teams are going to have a great day, but then you also have Forest, E-Arena, and JDG that have a great day, you're going to have a really crazy storyline going into game 5 and 6 tomorrow. Because, like, FaZe, Twisted, and Falcons are teams that you just expect to have a good day tomorrow and turn it around and stuff. But then you have Forest and them that maybe you don't talk about as much, that you're like, oh, wow, if these teams have a crazy day, then what is going to happen to this leaderboard and who's going to be towards the top and everything is kind of how I'm looking at it. But yeah, it was. I'm happy with mine, even though I only did tomorrow's. It's whatever. But I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna hop off now. I think we're doing CS:GO casting tomorrow. From what I've gathered and what I'm trying to figure out. So I don't know what we're gonna do for PUBG. I don't know if we're gonna watch all the games or not. I will see you guys in some capacity tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys next time. If I can get my OBS to pop up so I can actually, you know, sign off.